This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Gonna be fabulous! I shit and there was no toilet paper, so I just took a shower.
Well, there's a year in therapy if you Google it real quick.
The mole sauce that Brooke makes is a vegetarian.
You got another guy staring down your dirt star for a couple hours.
How the fuck is having a clean asshole weird?
How you doing, fellas? How are the hot dogs?
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
I was deciding what shoes to wear to a radio show.
You cannot go cheap when it comes to bras.
Oh yeah, out the diaper, up the back.
I fell in the toilet and I had to take a shower afterwards.
You guys need to get your shit together.
I hate you guys. You're terrible.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Oh boy.
Welcome.
Chaos.
K-pop so.
Chaos in Europe.
Yeah. Jumping right into it. Or we can
Yeah.
get into it in a minute.
I don't know. We can
Too
get
much
into it into a
unnecessary
minute. I'm
chaos.
sure
Huh?
if people are tuning into this, they probably don't want to listen to the Paris stuff too much, you know? I would imagine.
Maybe. I mean, most of the people that are going to be listening are going to be hearing it the day after.
Yeah.
I think we should still talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about as up to the minute as we have ever gotten on the show.
I don't have a ton of
All right. Well, let's
ton of stuff prepared.
let's do our normal thing and then we'll get into it.
All right. Well, welcome to Dead Radio, episode number 43. Did I write 43? Yes. Joining us this week, Ryan, handsome as fuck, O'Sullivan.
Well, hello. Hero.
His triumphant return.
Your mom's going to be so mad now.
Great day to pick. Oh, my
Yeah.
mom.
Friday the 13th, too, you know.
Friday the 13th.
What a perfect
we,
date.
We
Perfect,
wanted to
but-
have Ryan on last week to talk about Syria. Because there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, that was my fault. Work got me tied up, and I just had to move shit around, and it just didn't work out for the weekend. So that's why you and I just did the one on our own. So yeah, we're here now, and Ryan's here, and he picked a hell of a day to come in.
Yeah,
we were supposed to talk about Syria and all the shit going on over there.
We should be
gonna
sitting
lead
home
into it.
watching Freddy Krueger movies all night, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Instead, Paris gets fucking bombed. And not bombed, but pretty much. Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to...
First off, what are you drinking?
Oh, yeah. we were supposed to act normal.
Out of your beautiful shit-colored mug.
We were supposed to keep calm and carry on. What are you drinking? I am drinking...
Fucking smooth.
It's all alcohol. It's well, my mom went to St. Martin recently, and she brought back this stuff. She said they
Can you lower mine a little bit?
lower what, your headphones?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
this one, I think. How's that? Good.
a little lower.
Check,
Me and
check,
my
check.
mom and I. Okay, there we go.
Ryan.
What?
Ryan Bosch.
Yes.
He's served in the military for 2 tours in Iraq.
3.
3 tours in Iraq.
No, well, we can finish this
And
story
I
first.
just a quick aside, and your headphones are 25 to 30% louder than his.
It's 30.
30%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine for
So-
me now.
They're really,
Yeah.
but they actually feel loud right now because, and I'm just trying to catch the nuances. That's all.
All right, moving on.
So my mom went to
Mommy.
my mommy went to St. Martin, and she was trying to figure out what to bring me back, this and that. She brought back a really cool T-shirt, and I can't remember for the life of me. Oh, it's like all handmade, hand dyed, hand silk screened, and everything like that, which is really cool. But she says they drink this shit all over the fucking island. It's called guava berry liqueur. And there's all different kinds of brands and stuff. She happened to grab Old Man Guava Berry, and it's just this weird kind of...
Can I get a quick swig of it?
Yeah.
For a favor?
Yeah, I want to try too.
Actually...
So working in school, going back to the hearing thing, it's getting to a point where when people talk to me, it's more noticeable. What? What? What?
You just hear like...
Yeah. But it's actually been getting worse. Literally every day it's like it's like when you come down from altitude in a plane
Ears popping.
It pops.
Do you
It
have
goes.
tinnitus?
It like it horrible tinnitus.
Yeah.
Horrible. Every
That
week
sucks.
it's like in and out, and there's times where like it goes boing, and like it goes
Really?
like a vacuum. I can't hear shit. Like you hear in a movie, like it goes sound deafening, everything, and you look around, everyone's talking.
Like in the Hurt Locker when something blows up.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
but
yeah, I
on
love that effect.
on a weekly basis, I'll be sitting there in my office and people are talking. I'm working on a computer, and it's like
You should like have a sign made.
it's
Just be like, I was very close to bombs going off.
Yeah,
Please speak up.
take a sip of that right there.
Yeah.
Very small. Oh, you fucked up. See that face? I was. I said sip, you cocksucker. It wasn't a shot.
well, that's how you have to taste.
All right, well,
you
now
can't-
I wanna
I can't
sip
sip
it.
like you sip it.
That what's in there is probably all I need.
It's
You sounded
super
like
fucking strong.
Ben Stiller from what's his name? I got the black lung pop.
Zoolander.
It's very sweet.
It tastes like cough syrup. Can I see that? I want to read the bottle. Yeah, it tastes exactly like cough
She
syrup.
said they drink the shit out of that stuff. It's like all over the island. They mix it with all kinds. They mix it with
It's an
seltzer.
island
They
folk
mix it.
liqueur. I would imagine it'd be better mixed with something.
It's
So
the
I can-
Latin
I
fireball.
mean, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see this being a great ingredient.
Well, I drink Negronis, which is gin and Campari, which is a bitter orange liqueur. So this had kind of similar taste to it. So what I did, I mixed it 2 parts gin, 1 part guava berry, and it's fucking awesome. It's my new favorite
Okay,
drink.
Yeah, so
Put a little
this
air in your chest.
guava berry Cure Royale that they have listed on the side is 1 ounce chilled guava berry in a freezing champagne flute. Fill the glass with extra cold, dry, high quality champagne. That would be fucking delicious. Garnish with mint sprig and a fine spiral of orange
Yeah,
peel.
see,
That's
It's not-
exactly what this is for.
It's
I
not
got-
bad.
It kind of reminds. What the hell's that name of that shit? Saint Germain.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
a little
very.
bit.
It doesn't taste like that, but it's the same kind of
But
big
this is
thing.
this is really bitter.
Yeah,
That's not
Yeah.
too
That's
bad.
why I like it.
that I couldn't drink it straight.
I-
You mixed it with gin, you said?
Yeah.
That would probably be very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but straight, no, thank you.
It's
wanna
not
try
bad
Yeah.
straight. It leaves a nice sweet aftertaste to it.
Dead Radio podcast where everyone gets a cold sore from Ryan.
Yay.
Hello.
And you know I got him.
Hey. $15
That's
Tubuku.
pretty good. Pretty good.
Right?
It's still a little much.
Yeah. If it tastes like medicine, I'm in because I like
It really it tastes like it doesn't taste like cough medicine, but it reminds me of cough medicine.
Oof. No, it really is. yeah. Yeah.
It's boozy too. Like what
But it
kinda-
leaves a nice sweet
what
aftertaste,
alcohol?
not like cough
what alcohol
medicine though,
content
which is
that?
What's that?
What do you know? What alcohol
It's
content?
40.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's strong as shit.
it tastes like it'd be a liqueur.
Yeah, it is. It's a liqueur, but it's 40%.
Then it's
I-
not a liqueur.
Wait,
I got
it's
some devil's cut
35?
if you guys want.
I don't know what it says. I thought it said. Oh, I'm sorry, 35. So yeah.
I have a bunch of crappy beers to drink, so I might not have.
Oh
any
yeah,
bourbon.
that's right.
If you
Adam-
want to swig a devil's cut,
Yeah.
help yourself.
I
Ooh.
might.
Yeah.
We never
Yeah.
talked about how devil cut is. Did we talk about
We
how
never
devil cut is
did.
bullshit?
No, never
Okay,
talked about
We'll
it.
get into that in a second.
Yeah. So first we'll talk about my fucking flight of
Adam,
beers.
Adam's got the grab bag. And
So we talked about last week. This is like pile of fucking.
we didn't talk about it on the air. We talked about it after the show.
Really?
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure we did. Yeah.
Well, in any case.
I just
No, because I said it's like the last Heineken in your fridge. What were we talking about?
Maybe we were. I don't know. It all blends together.
Yeah.
This fucking show. Anyway, it's just beers that were left over from parties and stuff
Yeah.
that
And
since
Ryan has a celiac tummy, so he
and
can't
I'm not
drink
gonna.
them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drink them. So
Yeah.
it's a free fucking
So,
drunk for you. How many
yeah.
beers are there?
It's like 9 beers, but the Heineken, all 4 Heinekens count as 1 beer.
I'm only gonna drink
So,
one or two.
Does
of
it say?
these.
Does it say the alcohol content?
Probably not.
Probably not. Low calorie, low carb. It does not say. But I think Heineken Light is like 3% alcohol. It's like beer, a slightly beer flavored seltzer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what is it? Michelob Premium, that low
Yeah.
carb one.
Yeah. So I want to know what the note was.
It's a Google suggestion.
I want to find.
I started
Yeah.
to type in Google.
I just want to pull up
So-
the video clip of.
I already forgot.
Okay,
what
we'll
you're
we'll get to that. We're gonna get to that. So I have a Sam Adams Oktoberfest, which is probably the best one out of all of them, and it's still horrible.
And you're going to announce as you open, right?
So we're starting with the Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Then we're going to move to Beck's, just regular old Beck's.
Und Beck's?
Which I think will probably be fine as long as they're not skunky. Beck's is just a good, German Pilsner.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's going to be fine. And then we're going to move to the Sam Adams Cherry Wheat, which is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to do it.
You're going to be begging for some guava berry.
You're not going to like that.
I loved those when I was 15.
You're not going to like that.
No, it's going to be awful.
No, they're...
And then we will move on to 3 Heineken Lights. Ryan, you're drinking a Heineken Light right now. What do you think?
I like Heineken Light. I like. I'm a Stella fan. Heineken regular is a little too bitter for me.
It's kind of like bitter skunky Stella.
You know what's really good? They're called beer mosas. They're in California. But you take Heineken Light, you take a sip, and you fill it up with orange juice, and it's actually really, really good.
Yeah, I really like.
It's good for a Sunday morning, after a good Saturday night binge, and no lie.
I like doing half of like a nice Kolsch with San Pellegrino grapefruit.
Okay.
For real?
Oh, it's delicious.
Huh.
Same idea.
Yeah. They do it at Millhouse. It's a half of their Kolsch, it's like 6 ounces of Kolsch, 4 ounces of San Pellegrino grapefruit.
But you got to use like bitter beer like Heineken, and pilsners like these that I found because Stella's okay. You put an orange juice. Stella's not as good as a Heineken Light. You try any other type of pilsner or a lager, it's not as good as whatever the bitterness they use for Heineken flavor. Like a regular Heineken, I can't drink it. I just don't like it. Like 2 beers, I'm ready. I want to throw up. Like it's got that like for me.
It smells like a skunk.
It does. It's too skunky.
Gross.
I don't know how.
Because they're still putting it. They're using crap ingredients and they're putting it in a green bottle.
You would think,
and it doesn't have any real hops in it.
Bavaria, the land of the hops. Like when I drove through Europe, like there were like no lie,
it's just because
hours upon hours of hop fields. Like we were driving through hop fields galore. Like it was hop field heaven. Like 3 hours later, wow, there's a lot of hop fields there.
I didn't know.
Cool hop field.
I didn't know Bavaria was a hop thing. I thought they were all about malts. This was like you thought I was going to interject with something stupid.
I thought you were, but no. Bavarian hops are what all Cascade hops come from.
Really?
They're all German. Yeah.
Yeah, the hop fields in Germany.
Almost all hops are German originally. That's where they came from.
Germany is hops for the Midwest to corn.
I thought it was more of a malt thing. Over there.
Probably both.
They do grow malt too, but
I'm sure they do. But I thought they were more famous for their malt.
You've never heard Bavarian hops?
I've heard Bavarian malts before.
You drive on the Autobahn, you'll see nothing but fucking hops. Like it's like miles upon miles. Like it's like going through the Midwest and cornfields, miles upon miles of hop fields. It's absolutely wild.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, the more you know. See,
So.
that's why we have this segment, so we get to learn about alcohol.
We should see if you can find the fucking sounder for the more we know, because I bet you that's public domain because it was PBS.
Oh, fuck.
Huh?
I'm sure I could dig it up.
We should see if that is public domain. We need a button that plays that. Because it'll be like everyone will just remember it like synesthetically from like when they were a child. Like that is the fucking sounder from the more you know.
I could set it up on my phone and just have it. I don't know, or at least just put it in iTunes.
Yeah. Well, I think we can make a soundboard. Like there are soundboard makers, I think, in apps and stuff.
I tried one, and it's a pain in the ass. It's a real pain in the ass, and it's hard to do it on a computer that you're also using
doing stuff
at
on,
the same time. You know. So no corrections and omissions. Sorry, I'm moving. Are we done?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're done.
Sorry.
So I will update everyone with how terrible all of these beers are. Sam Adams Oktoberfest, mediocre, not as good as it used to be, and it tastes different every single year, like all of their seasonal beers. Do not buy Sam Adams. It is a complete waste of time. If you're still drinking Sam Adams, that means you like good beer. You just haven't found it yet.
Go to Avery. Just get Avery Karma Ale. You'll be fine.
Or any of the beers that I've mentioned on this show.
Lagunitas.
Lagunitas is great. That's not as approachable though.
I love it.
Yeah, they're a little.
It's one of my favorites. But
they have that classic American beer style where it's just like malt, hops. It's stick it in your face. You know what I mean?
Flavor in it. It's like perfect for me. Like my palate just like jumps in joy.
I would say Bell's would be a good one to check out. If you like
Bell's too. Bell's is strong, man.
But if you
two-hearted
like
IPAs,
I wouldn't start with a two-hearted.
Yeah, that's a motherfucker of a beer.
No, try Bell's Pilsner.
Yeah,
that's fucking great.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So shit.
So I will
my fucking
update everyone.
Train of thought. No corrections and omissions. I did get an email though from Amy.
Mm-hmm.
She's very mad at the title of the description of last week's episode.
Yeah, she was pissed. So fill everyone in because they probably didn't.
Oh, I'm not going to. If you want to know what the title is, go to Dead Radio Podcast on YouTube or Dead Radio Podcast on Facebook, and you can figure it out.
Yes.
So
can you
So yeah, Paris. You guys want to talk about it?
Let's
Oh
talk
my
about
God! It just jumped again.
Can you pull up a?
Hold on. It just went up. It just went from 118 people killed to 149.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow, man, this is fucking bad.
Pull up either Al Jazeera or Mint Press News, just so we can get the other side of.
Yeah, I'll get NPR too.
Yeah.
That way it's like everybody.
Multiple.
Well,
everyone except for Fox.
I have NPR on speed dial. You probably have. I don't have Al Jazeera.
Western. The thing with Western News for me is I don't really. I mean, I follow
this Maris
it.
thing
I
is
watch
like
it,
nothing.
Yeah.
But I have to watch both sides. I watch Fox, MSNBC, CBC. I don't watch them. I don't follow.
I don't
them,
need to watch Fox because I know what they're saying.
True.
Because they're making
but
it
I
up.
have to see. I have to see all sides of the story to really gain a general founding of what's really. But that's why I watch Al Jazeera. I watch Press TV, which is an Iranian-based news source. I watch Mint Press News. BBC is English dominance by the crown, but whatever, they show a little bit more. It's like the Fox News of England. But
I'm embarrassed.
Either
to say,
way,
I'm embarrassed to say that I just don't watch the fucking news. I don't have cable anymore.
I mean, like
I got rid of cable.
I
so
get most of my
which
stuff
is good.
from the
You
internet,
shouldn't get rid of cable. Fuck cable.
But I listen to NPR in the car pretty much exclusively because radio is garbage.
Yeah,
and that's the only station that's good.
Yeah, and they are liberally biased. Mm-hmm. They are.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But the thing is, when a station is liberally biased, their ideals are we give the other perspective as well, which is why when there's a Republican president and he does his presidential address, there's a Democratic rebuttal. When there's a Democratic president and he does his presidential address, every week he does a radio address, they have a Republican rebuttal, and they bring in Republicans from all over the country. There's a waiting list, all this shit. They had a Republican on today in the panel talking, and mind you, he was like, oh, yeah, you want to vote for this guy that nobody's ever heard of, or switch parties and vote in the Democratic primary and try and get somebody in that you can vote for because there's no one in the field that's going to work.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't want to get into that.
Well, in any case,
anyway,
I mean,
I'm pulling up Al Jazeera.
I got NPR saying 100 people. CNN is notorious for the numbers just swelling.
Well, the reason why, because I can't remember which attack it was, but it was a recent attack. But Western news media only claimed, it was the accidents that happened during the Hajj movement in Mecca and Saudi Arabia that killed all the Iranians and the crane accident. Western media was saying like 300 people. Al Jazeera, Press TV, a couple other news sources from the Middle East were saying like 1,000 people killed. And so it's like, who do you believe?
Yeah, exactly.
Like those numbers are like out of like proportion almost.
What we're supposed to do, what's supposed to be happening is that something's supposed to happen. A handful of people make a few phone calls, and then that travels. Mm-hmm. And then we hear about it the next day. It's not like that anymore. The next day or many hours later. Right now we're like, look at us. We're fucking CNN's
we're on 3 different fucking websites.
Exactly, and they're all giving us different numbers.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Well, that's the problem is no one can be right now.
Yeah, no, exactly.
There's no one that can be right.
Check this out. This is audio.
Go.
Hold on one second. I got audio playing on. Check this out. Here.
So really,
just hold on, Ryan.
This is a soccer game here.
Is there audio?
I got audio. That was during the soccer game. That explosion. Here it is.
Jesus.
So soccer game.
Al Jazeera is saying 120.
Okay, so it's
as of right now.
We go from 149 to
120 and 149 is
100 plus.
Yeah.
We can give the figurative number, which is
shit.
The thing is, if there's been a bunch of explosions and there's shootings and there's hostage situations, you could probably double any number we're getting right
exactly.
now, most likely.
They don't know the full scenario because there could be multiple sources of it continuing right now that they're still picking up on that we don't know about.
The Eagles of Death Metal were playing at the concert hall that was attacked called the Bataclan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Eagles of Death Metal. That was
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Josh Homme's side project till he kind of like handed it off to the guy who kind of
Okay, so they're saying that 80 people have been held. 80 people held hostage have been killed. At least 80 people held hostage have been killed after French forces stormed a concert hall in Paris. One of several attacks to hit the capital. So they're at least, I don't know if they've taken the place over. They ended the hostage siege, so it's over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they don't know how many people were dead.
Wow, man.
Adding that the death toll was higher than initially announced.
This is only going to make that that migrant situation 10 times worse. And,
God, yeah.
That's the stem of it.
That was when, like 3 weeks ago, when I started thinking maybe we should have Ryan on to talk about this because, you're from an alternative media perspective, I'm from a more liberal media perspective, and Ryan doesn't give a fuck.
I'm from no media perspective.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with alternate media and liberal media, they're really the same. You know,
Yeah.
we go a little bit. I mean, not we. I want to say we. I look at everything. I just look into every side of the story. You know, whether it's conspiracy or not. I feel like I have to because
for me, I have, and I get that. That's cool. It's just I have too many things in my head right now.
There's a lot.
So
that's the problem.
So it's like, unless you can give me 3 reliable cited sources,
I can give
I'm
you
gonna
3
move on.
to a lot. To what we're talking about now, I can give you 3 reliable sources, specifically to the connections of this migrant movement, the rise of ISIL, the continuation with ISIS al-Nusra, AQ in Syria, and the Arab Peninsula. All that stuff. I'm a witness to a funding of Sunni militias, which is directly linked to
I think
ISIL.
we're getting too deep too fast.
Well, it's.
I think you're right.
PBS Frontline did a thing on it, so PBS is a very reputable news source.
So what? Let's talk about this
we can
for
pull
right
this up
now.
First. Yeah.
No, I want to get in. I want to get
that-
into that, but I think we're getting into
getting
the
off
second.
topic.
We're getting into the
It's
second
more
hour of the
of-
show before we even started the first
I know.
one.
It was more of like letting.
I want to get into that. That's something we're going to do. Don't worry. But
we'll show the stepping stones.
What else do we have? What else do we have on
Put
this?
a pin in it. Write it down.
Obviously, Barack Obama called it outrageous, and U.S. is united with France. Blah blah blah. Seriously, aside from the headline, there's not much.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. I'm sure we're going to be hearing about this for the next 3 weeks.
Well, it's still breaking. It just happened.
I can smell that Heineken from over here. That is fucking brutal. You just took a swig, right?
Well, I did both.
Oh, okay. That was the combination just hit me like a freight train.
I could see chasing the Heineken with bourbon.
I was just like,
not bad.
That stinks.
So,
because everything, I believe everything is interrelated. Everything has a stem. There's, when you go back in history, a couple hundred years to what's going on now. There's a lot of things that's going on. So coming from one side of the spectrum of, I was raised conservative Catholic, got out of the whole Catholicism type deal, joined the military. Before 9/11, I was in boot camp when the towers got hit, and so I didn't join because of 9/11. I joined because I wanted to join the military. I just wanted to be in it. So
yeah.
I already I kind of feel like I have this separation from people who joined the military because of 9/11.
Yeah, you don't have that they had that all of a sudden that
Yeah.
patriotic urge.
That instant propaganda to fight back.
You had joined up by 2000, right?
2001. Well, 2000. It was called a delayed entry program.
Yeah. My brother did it and backed out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
thank God.
came to a couple of meetings.
Yeah.
He would have gotten, if he didn't back out. I've gotten promoted earlier to PFC, honestly, but it's all right. It's whatever.
Yeah, but had he done it, there's a good chance he would have been dead.
That exactly.
You know, like it's not even.
He was going in.
Yeah.
If
he was going in as a Marine when he would have deployed, that was the most dangerous time to be in Iraq.
No, absolutely.
Because that was after your first tour. Like you kind of got out during the window where people were like, "Yeah, so my mom bought me my body armor because there's none left." You know,
2003, 2000. When I was there, 2004. Compared to what they have now with the amount of armor, they have armor that's like inches thick. Like it's amazing how much armor that's on it. I was riding around a 1/4-inch thick armored steel doors with no locking latches. We had to use 550 core to wrap onto like something sharp inside that. So if the Humvee took a sharp turn left, that fucking door swing open and I got stuck.
Yeah.
Now what? I was like,
yeah, but did you have personal body armor though? At the time?
I had the old OTV, the kind of thing. We had front plates and we had back sappy plates, but that was it.
Yeah.
Which it would stop an AK round or two. It could stop up to a Dragunov round, sniper round.
I remember seeing soldiers, United States Marines, on the ground in Iraq wearing Vietnam era body armor.
Oh yeah. During the invasion, yeah, absolutely.
Because their parents bought it for them. You know what I mean? It's like
they didn't during that time. We were still using the old school Kevlars that they used back in like Grenada. It was a little bit more advanced in the Vietnam era, but it was still just Kevlar, basic 9mm protection, ballistic rating. But that's it. There was no plates. There was no nothing.
Watch what is that miniseries? Generation Kill on HBO.
Honestly, Generation Kill. If you want one of the most accurate Marine Corps representation watch Generation Kill.
Yeah,
Generation Kill, Jarhead, and what's the one with Gunny Ermy? I can't think of it right now.
Not Apocalypse Now.
No. Fuck.
Or not Apocalypse Now.
I'm
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah. Those are the 3 movies if you want the best military representation of what the Marine Corps is like and the military is like and what combat is like and what we talk about. Generation Kill depicts it perfectly. There are points in it I'm like, holy shit, like, because what I hear is the background noise. So when they're posted up like after a mission, they're cleaning all the weapons, like who rat fucked the MREs? I'm like, you know, little things like that is what makes it. Yeah. Brings out the ambiance in it, and they did a very good job of Generation Kill. It was a very good depiction of it.
You haven't watched it?
No, I haven't.
No?
It's
cool.
fucking amazing.
It's very cool, yeah.
I wonder if
you got HBO too.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's on HBO Go.
Yeah,
it's on HBO Go. Yeah.
I've watched that series 3 times.
All right,
I will vouch for it. I think it's like 8 years, and yes, it's good. Jarhead 2 is very good.
How many episodes?
The funny thing about Jarhead, they only compared to the book, I gotta read the book, but compared to the book, to supposedly it's an anti-war film technically. And supposedly the Marine Corps was like, no, you're not showing that. Like they only took like about 10% of what the book really. I gotta read the book first to really confirm this, but I'm hearing from other people who read the book, but.
I have the military.
It was way
the military,
too controversial.
The military sponsors a lot of movies.
No, it does, but it was the Marine. There's a lot of hazing that goes on in the Marine Corps, and there's a lot of shit that will make a mother who had a Marine or who's in boot camp go like, "That's fucked up. I don't want my son going through that. I'm going to call a congressman and I'm going to complain, and the congressman's going to complain." And then you being in the Marine Corps for 8 years, from 2001 to 2010. I've seen the weakness that has come through the military. I went from being hazed every day to you yell at a younger Marine for fucking up, and you're getting yelled at for hazing, and it's like we're going to combat, and this guy's fucking up.
I think you gotta walk a fine line, definitely.
That's the thing.
That whole controversy happened was because I think it was in 2008, 2009. A Marine died during a training exercise because he was being pushed too hard.
But
but it was like he died of hypothermia. Like nothing like he had a medical disorder or anything
training.
like that.
Okay, think about think about the Marine Corps being the Marine Corps is considered the hardest, most fierce, most reputable fighting force in the world. Think about hang gliding. Think about any type of extreme sport. People are going to die.
Yeah,
regardless
it is
of
gonna
what
happen,
you do, it's going to happen.
I guess the difference is it's it's not like a training accident. It's like all of these red flags were there, and there should have been some sort of system in place where you can look at a person and tell that they're about to collapse from hypothermia. Like they were running in the rain for like 12 hours.
That's a failure on the leadership part. That's a failure on a lot of people.
I don't think policies should have changed. I think that somebody's head should have rolled for it, and there should be always an EMT around.
If people are
like that, just makes sense.
If people are
right?
going down for my experience from going, I woke up with an IV in my arm one day. We did a training out before my first tour. And like no lie, we were doing like few hours through training. We were patrolling, not even that far, like 3-4 miles. 90 degrees outside, but the amount of dehydration you can acquire within that time if you don't drink enough water. I woke up with an IV in my arm. Like I had no idea. Like it just laying down, my gear was off, and
dude,
there was an IV in my arm. And
I weighed myself before I worked out today, and then after I worked out, I lost 3 pounds.
Yeah, just from water weight.
Yeah. 3 pounds.
No, water is a
minutes.
very thing. But at the same time,
that's a half gallon of water almost.
There are stories when you're in a combat situation, there can't be any ounce of weakness, because that any ounce of weakness inquires the death of someone else.
Oh, I completely agree.
So when you're training in the Marine Corps, you train how you fight. You know, if you're going to a combat scenario, you're going to train how that combat scenario is going to play out. Any scenario possible. So whether it requires going above and beyond and really starving yourself of the nutrients that you need for the mission, ultimately anything can happen.
They're trying to get you to be a survivor.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't.
No lie.
Adam just opened
the summer of 2007, August of 2007. It was an average between 125 and 135 in the shade, and that's throughout the entire month of August. That's a lot of heat.
Yeah, they don't. They want to stretch your breaking point to the point where you're just impossible to break.
That's how hot it is.
I know,
over there.
and I get that.
100.
I get that.
Just imagine 100 degrees with full humidity.
Fuck that.
Just imagine,
and body armor on?
110 degrees without humidity. Now imagine 130 degrees, and no lie, I don't understand.
George Carlin ruined.
I don't know.
George Carlin did a stand-up. I don't want to butcher his bit, but it was basically like why he joined the Air Force and not the Army. Because, he didn't want to just be in the Army fucking miserable. He just wanted to be in the Air Force and go bomb a village and go back home and go dancing. He didn't want, Army was just too much.
You bomb a village and you go back to your hooch and you're drinking
whiskey. If there was something
whiskey
happening right now where they reinstated the draft like Vietnam, which I don't think will ever happen in history.
There's talks
again.
About it.
I don't think it'll ever happen unless we get invaded. If we got invaded, maybe.
You're not going to.
But that's not the point. If there were a draft, I would join the Navy or the Air Force.
Yeah.
Because I know I'd be safe because my age and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not eligible for the draft anyway. But if we were invaded, I might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go infantry.
Yeah. Do they have gluten-free MREs now?
No, they don't.
You would
nice.
You would not be allowed in the military.
Yeah, you would not be allowed.
You wouldn't be allowed in any military branch whatsoever.
I have kind of.
I don't want to shoot anybody.
I got flat feet in a way. So when I had to go through,
you have what?
Flat feet. Almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like at the cusp of flat and not flat.
You're preaching to the choir.
I've just developed plantar fasciitis, which is flat feet that happens later in age.
It's called
cinder
block foot over here.
You won't even make through the medical training.
No, but I wouldn't make it through now because of my weight.
Well, yeah, I'm just talking about flat feet.
Yeah, mine will go away though.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing. Plantar fasciitis is irritation of the tendon because your feet are flattening out because of my weight.
Oh,
that's what it's all about. And also, I've never fucking what? Oh, I gotta stop drinking beer. I know. No, I'm just going to work out so that I can continue to drink beer.
Well, yeah, no.
I'm going to get to the point where I just work out 6 days a week. It'll be great,
man.
I can't do the rowing machine. I'm too fat. It doesn't work.
Just pull.
No, it doesn't work.
Well, if you keep your back straight and just use your
Yeah.
arms,
If you keep your mouth against the microphone, we can hear you.
you're not using as much energy on your back.
Do you need more height on that?
It kind of hurts my shoulder to do that.
Well, that's because you're building muscle.
You can
you're building
unscrew,
muscle. All you gotta do
muscle.
You just unscrew that.
No, I know.
You
I know
arch
these
your back.
things.
Well, because it's different.
Yeah.
Because when you're rowing like this,
This is all very
I
fascinating.
need to build up to that because I'm in horrible pain in my shoulder right now because of the fucking the what is that?
The worst thing
The
about
shoulder
working out is the build up to.
All right, we're getting really
building.
sidetracked.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have flat,
no one wants to talk about working out.
You have flat feet.
I do have. Well, I was saying, but like I had to arch my feet up just to pass through the flat foot because they made us walk like 20 steps. Like, okay, walk.
You fucking cheated?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Well, what are they gonna do now? But no, I arched my feet up a little bit just so they could, because they would walk by you and they look at your feet as you're walking down the hallway, and to make sure your feet, when you step, it flattens out properly and so on and so forth.
It does feel weird though. Like I walk barefoot now, my left foot feels weird because there's a part of my foot that's never touched the floor.
Yeah.
And I can feel it touch the floor and it feels weird. So it's a new development.
My fucking arches are so fucking high, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
This is riveting.
All
right.
Yeah. I'm more evolved.
Do you want to get back to current events?
Current events. Right now they're saying just 150. It's kind of just I'm looking at something else here. Oh shit, what did I do? I lost it. God damn it.
Well, this can all tie into the whole migration type deal that's going on right now.
Okay, so this conversation that I wanted to have, it's now too big that we can't do it in one show.
Yeah.
So I'll just touch on a few points, and if people want to research them, they can, or if we get one that we want to run with, we could do that. So it started with the migration thing. Hundreds of thousands of people. Actually, I got the idea for this when I was making fun of you because you guys finally got seltzer. Remember that?
What do you mean?
You're like, finally, we have seltzer.
Oh.
And I was like, hundreds of thousands of refugees are marching across Europe after making a dangerous sea crossing, and you got seltzer. That's great.
I'm a simple man.
Yeah.
I'm a common man, and I have simple needs.
They just want to eat and not freeze to death or get shot.
I know. What am I going to do? Send my seltzer to him?
You could. It would help.
Go fuck yourself.
So I thought about that. So hundreds of thousands of people landing on the shores of Greece, Italy, everywhere.
And here's the thing: a lot of it's all refugee status. A lot of it's all from our failed missions in the Middle East and stuff like that.
Shit with Greece is going to be really bad.
It is exactly.
They can't, they're bankrupt to begin with.
Yep.
And they've got. It's something like 12 to 15,000 people a day,
but
showing up.
There's an agenda within that. I'm against separation. I'm not against. I'm completely for separation of church and state. The refugee status, I see it because I see it in America too with the illegal status of Mexico, because a lot of those people coming from Mexico are from the failed drug war policies that's going on in South America. So you have to, 5% of that is, there's bad people coming across. But when you're looking at close to 1 million people and they're saying 20 million into Europe by 2020, 1% of that, of 20 million, that's a lot of people.
But I think once that number extrapolates out, the percentage of terrorists is going to go down.
He was trying.
I think either way,
I understand
still
what
a
you're
high
saying.
Number amount of people.
Yeah. You're saying
even if it's 1% of 1 million, that's what's 1% of 1 million.
What he's alluding,
100,000.
No, it's 1,000 people.
What he's alluding to is, what is it? Is it in the Quran?
Well, there's prophecies that I'm not into the Bible or the Quran or the Torah or whatever. I think we'll go into that later. But the 1 million man army, the expansion west with Islam, and the conspiracies that are going into the domination of the world with Islam that you hear in the Republican side, that you hear in the Tea Party, that you hear Obama's an Islamist, Obama is for the brotherhood, so on and so forth. There is truth to it, militarily wise as we're seeing right now with this attack.
So you're talking. Okay, so
He's saying the end times are at hand.
Yes.
No.
The Antichrist.
No. So what? Don't yell into the mic. Yell up and away. So what you're saying is all this crazy retard talk
could possibly there is
based in a possible sound military strategy of sneaking people in as refugees to bomb places like Paris.
You could, yes.
I agree. You just really danced around a lot of crazy to get there.
Because you have to go into crazy to kind of make sense of.
I get what you're. Yeah, you got to
on.
be crazy to fucking make sense of what Republicans are saying.
Exactly. No, I was from.
But I get what you mean, and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you have 100,000 people coming into your country, and at 1%, that's 1,000 people, right? If it's 1%, I honestly don't think that that's possible that those many people are terrorists. It doesn't work that way.
Yes, it does. No, yes, it does, dude.
At 1%,
ISIL is.
If it was 1% of that population, there'd be bombs going off everywhere.
They just happened.
I understand. It just happened.
But
this is one of we're talking about. Okay, if you have 1 million people, right, and then 140 people die because a few bad eggs get through, how can you justify letting that 1 million people drown and starve to death?
Because
you can't.
No. Well, first of all, we've been in 13 years of war.
Yeah,
we've killed millions plus. Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions. They're saying by 2020, 20 million into Western Europe. We're already getting bombings. We've already have threats. The threats have been out there.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is you have all these people coming in. Your choices are not A or B. Your choice is only B. It's not A. A would be to shoot them all.
Okay, but what about
that's it?
What about the Arab countries that are not taking in their own people?
The problem is that there's no international law that says you have to do this.
True, but
so all of those countries, they can shoot them. They can shoot them, or they could deport them, or they can take them in.
They're part of it.
I get that, but what you're talking about is a much smaller thing than what's even like. I get what you're saying, and it's completely right. There's just nothing you can do about it.
Do about what?
There's nothing you can do about even if it is that 1%, which
no,
there's no way to quantify or prove it because you can't do a survey. But even if it's 5%, it doesn't change anything.
Change what though?
Even if it's 5% terrorists coming in, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing anyone can do about it.
Absolutely no.
Yeah, like you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop 1 million people from walking in one direction.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Hello.
That's the thing.
Welcome to Italy. Are you a terrorist? No. Okay.
Yeah. No. It's
just
like in an anonymous survey. We're a terrorist, yes or no, and put it in this box, please, and then we'll know what percentage of you are a terrorist.
That's the big question. Like, what do we do with that, though? If there is, because it's the whole Islamophobia
thing. You need to deal with them you need to deal with each threat individually and try and combat the whole.
You can't.
You want to know what we really need to do to stop this?
End the war?
Yeah, we need to go in there and fucking kill everybody in power and fucking put in a new government. And how well did that work for us all these other fucking times?
And that's the big question with Assad right now.
We need to fucking have a meeting with Russia and say, do you really want another Cold War? Don't answer that because we know that the answer is yes. So, do you want that Cold War to escalate to us fucking shooting nukes at each other? Because that's what's going to happen.
That's what they want.
They want another Cold War because it's good for their economy.
Yep. It's good for their
That's
money.
the whole fucking point.
Money.
And another thing that I wanted to touch on. Another thing that I wanted to touch on was this Russian plane, where it wasn't even us this time.
Yeah.
It wasn't even us this time going. That was a bomb on that plane. We have intelligence indicating that there was a bomb on the plane.
You could
they
see the
grounded
photos.
all flights within minutes of the explosion.
You could see the photos with
It was a fucking bomb.
There are photos you could see the metal like expanded outwards. It's all like curled in. It's like okay, something was inside and came out.
The only thing that it could it's one of two things. It's a catastrophic accident which was very fast and caused explosive decompression.
But where did the explosion happen on the plane?
That we don't know.
Yeah.
It's just we don't know that.
There's
you us in this room. There are people that know that right now. Well, hang on.
You can pull up photos of this.
So the UK has said we believe it was a bomb. We're grounding all flights, and Russia said no, it's not a bomb. It was an accident. It's one of their fucking planes.
Yeah, I know.
And then a bunch of other countries go, hey, yeah, our evidence or our intelligence kind of would lead to us to agree, like we don't have what they have. This is all top secret shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they ground their planes, and then Russia's just no, it's not a bomb. It's not a bomb. It's not a bomb because they used ISIS as an excuse to go in there and kill rebels, so that they could have a proxy war with us.
Yeah.
To just it's fucking they're swinging their dick around.
That's what
it's all about,
because they want they're siding with Iraq and Iran and Syria because they know that they're gonna fight us.
Yeah.
And that means they have allies in the Middle East where all the oil is too.
Guess who armed Syria?
We did.
I know. Yeah. That's
No. Guess.
And
not only Syria.
You guys want to hear another fun thing?
Guess who armed the Shia? The Shia uprising.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
Us.
Yeah.
Guess who armed the Sunni uprising?
Yeah. Us. Yeah, we did all that shit. I know. And the thing is, we're arming rebels right now, and it's not working out the way we wanted it to because also they're not even getting the guns.
No, they're
like certain rebel factions are holding on to everything.
Two American
and all the other guys are still fighting with their old fucking AK-47 from the 70s.
Well, they have a lot of If we could pull up video for this, they got a lot of tow missiles shooting around off there, but they're from the reports that I've been reading, they're actually losing a lot. And the reason, one of what I believe is why Russia went in is because of the amount of anti-tank missiles they've been launching over there. I've seen dozens of videos of FSA forces, Free Syrian Army forces, shooting American-made tow, French-made tow, NATO-made tow missiles at Russian armor that Assad uses, T-66s, T-72s, and they're just taking them out left and right.
Well, yeah,
it got to a point where Assad was literally about to lose all their armor. Like they're using old school, end of World War II, Cold War era T-55, T-66s, Vietnam era tanks.
They don't make them like they used to.
No.
Well, the thing is,
so
like modern day armor piercing. It
T-72s were the Russian kind of like equivalents to the Abram. They were taking them out left and right, and they're losing armor like it's cool, but they're losing their tow missiles at the same rate. So now Russia's stepping in.
As soon as Russia says we're going to do this to kill ISIS. Then everybody goes, okay. And then the Americans, us, in whatever you want to say about the United States, they said, hey, let's have a sit down so we don't accidentally kill each other. And Russia said, now we're good.
Yeah.
They want us to accidentally fucking shoot them.
Oh, yeah. No,
they want us to accidentally shoot down one of their planes.
And we want them to accidentally shoot down one of our planes too as well.
But it was publicly,
But
fucking Kerry wanted to have a sit down with his equivalent in Russia, I don't know who it was, to talk about a game plan to say, if you're going to be attacking ISIS, that's fine. That's our agenda too. Let's coordinate. They said no. And then they said, okay, well, can you at least let us know when you're going to have an airstrike so we make sure we don't have any people in the area, and we'll do the same for you. And they said, no, because we don't want to let you know where we are.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, and also the United States doesn't really want to give them that information because that's basically telling them where a CIA operative is embedded with rebels.
Mm-hmm. And who are the rebels embedded with? Al-Qaeda, al-Nusra, ISIS.
That I don't know about, but
that's where
some of them are. But the thing is, you can't. It's like we were talking about Anonymous. You have Anonymous.
You can pull up. There's lots of sources for that.
No, I know, and it's true. But what I'm saying is that the rebels that we're supporting, we have vetted, hopefully. But like Ryan can take a Guy Fawkes mask, put it on, and go on YouTube and yell that he's a member of Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean he's a member of Anonymous.
No, yeah.
They're a terrorist organization, so their cells operate independently. So obviously, there are going to be people in Assad's regime that are members of ISIS. There are going to be probably way more people that are have infiltrated.
Assad is Shia. That's completely opposite of
ISIS. No, I understand that, but I'm saying there are going to be operatives within.
I don't think that. Not with ISIS. Not Assad with ISIS. No way.
No, I'm saying they're going to be operatives within. They're not going to be on his side.
Maybe
they're going to be operatives within, like the military, police force, all that kind of stuff. Like,
hang on a second. ISIS,
I'm saying that's inevitable. I'm just
possibly, yeah.
ISIL, or
they're interchangeable.
I prefer ISIL because I watch.
Call them the Islamic State.
It's the same thing. ISIL, ISIS is the same thing.
I know, but I watch Archer and I get confused.
ISIL was before Syria.
ISIS
was before Syria. ISIS is when the borders broke down in 2013 and they joined with Syrian forces to ISIS. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing. It was Iraq and then ISIS. When ISIS kicked off, or when Syria kicked off and the borders broke down, that's when they joined forces, and that's the whole Levant. That's with the Arab Peninsula, with the Muslim Brotherhood. There's also conjoined forces.
I'm still playing catch up. No, I'm still playing catch up with all this stuff. But hang on, let me stop for a second. Let me stop. ISIS is in Syria. They are fighting in Syria.
They're in Syria. They're in Egypt. They're in Iraq. They're in Afghanistan.
No. It's not my point. My
and
point
now
is,
France.
I thought I read, and I could be wrong. My confidence is not there on this subject.
Like 12-13% right now.
Yeah, just about. I read that they were kind of on the side of Assad. They were kind of with him because he's a little bit more extreme. However, they are still doing whatever the fuck they want there. But Russia doesn't want to really go after them because they're actually doing them a favor by causing so much trouble over there.
Definitely. Russia's using it as an excuse to kill rebels. They don't care if those rebels are ISIS or not.
Right.
The thing is, they're both against Assad, but ISIS is also against everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. So people in ISIS are rebels against Assad.
Yeah.
And Russia's just saying, oh well, they're all the same.
Yeah.
We're just gonna kill all of them. Whereas like I just heard a thing, it was on NPR, but it was from the BBC, and this guy's embedded with a rebel faction, and these fucking guys, they're just really trying to win their country back. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, everybody's like, oh, we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't be intervening. We're not really doing that
that's
much.
The thing. There's a big during the revolution back in 2011, there was a huge uprising, and that's what the FSA is supposedly supposed to be, the Free Syrian Army. Not Al-Qaeda, not al-Nusra, and not ISIS. Like, they were supposed to be the rebels fighting against Assad to take down the regime of Assad, which they rightfully so should have, because Assad regime is a they are a Saddam-like terrorist organization.
I think this might be one of those tipping points where there may be a coalition of the willing, as George Bush put it,
but
to fucking stop this. And the thing is, at this point, the United States and France and a bunch of other countries would be justified in taking him out of power and bombing the fuck out of that country.
My first question,
but we don't want another quagmire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You took out Iraq, and now we have the vacuum of ISIS. You take out Syria, which ISIL wants to accomplish as well. You take out the power in Syria, it's going to create another vacuum, doubling the problem we have in Iraq. And that's continuing the problem that we're dealing with now. Yeah. And that's the biggest issue. That's that we have to keep Assad in power to keep ISIL from taking the vacuum and taking the Middle East, but we had to take Assad out of power because he killed hundreds of thousands of his own people. They're still barrel bombing civilian areas every day. Think about imagine.
And the thing is, under the Geneva Convention, they have enough on him to try him for genocide.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But nobody's willing to fucking drop the hammer and do it. And I'm not saying we should. I'm saying maybe somebody else should fucking take this one for the team.
Yeah, fucking
at this point. And it
someone else has got to get in the game.
Who else?
Any France?
Yeah,
call the aliens.
We're not doing that. No aliens.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why France?
Why France?
Why do you think
Because you can walk there.
Well,
it's super, super, super socialist.
It's the Babylon of Europe.
Brooke said that. Brooke said that too. She's like, they're really. She is like, I'll use a French term. They're really like laissez-faire with everything.
Absolutely.
But
there's nothing wrong with it. There needs to be laissez-faire and everything.
The thing with France,
right?
The thing with
France, there should be laissez-faire with everything.
Ryan, if you want to move to France, you can. You take your passport, you fly to France, and you go fill out some paperwork, and you're a citizen.
Yeah.
Right? And it's worked for them for a very long time. I'm completely guessing here, but I would say it's just because it's a very easy to get into kind of country. And they probably came through Germany or one of these other countries that people are just walking across. But the thing is, the people that did this have nothing to do with the migration right now. It hasn't been long enough. They couldn't have walked that far. They couldn't have had the contacts. They might have gotten
13 years of war.
But this new mass migration thing, that's only been going on for a year.
But even still, that's a lot of people.
I mean, some people might have come from that, but the core of it, the money, was there already because they needed, once those people landed on the shore.
Yeah, they're not going to be.
They went
right
and they bought a fucking track phone with the $6 that they had on them or whatever, and they called their contact and they were picked up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just that. I'm sure that, of course, the 13 years of war has everything to do with it. But the thing is, like, for people to have walked from Greece to there, it's probably not likely.
Never
but they were
never, man.
But they were. What I'm saying is, they were probably picked up by contacts there already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, terrorist cells there in the country already.
Clearly, we don't know what anything. Even if they tell us what they think of what's going on, it's nothing near to what is really going on and who is in control of this and who even. It's still too early to even judge.
Of course,
anything. You know.
And the thing is, this could come out that it's not even ISIS.
Yeah, exactly.
It was one guy that
It could have been Boko Haram in South Africa because a lot of the migration into Europe is coming from Northern Africa, the Libya states, the Northern Islamic states in Northern Africa, where ISIL and ISIS has reigned there too. In Libya and Northern Africa, Boko Haram just claimed allegiance to ISIS, a few months ago. That migration from Northern Africa is landing in those shores too as well. So, and if you go to France, I was in France, and they have a huge black Muslim population from Northern Africa. So it is only a matter of time until the faces come out, until they start showing who it was, who is behind this, because these Islamic factions, like they claim, like for example, the bombing in Russia, the Russian airplane bombing. ISIS was like, we did it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was rebuttal to it. Like, no, we don't know it was them or not.
But the thing is that is a big terrorist technique.
Absolutely.
They like a plane crashes for whatever, or like
they love to claim it.
Yeah, they just claim it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so actually something breaking. A gunman opened fire with a Kalashnikov at a Cambodian restaurant in France.
Whoa.
Another thing that I want to talk about is...
I see bailing out. What's the matter? What happened?
He's got
to say something. We can take a break.
Let's take a break now. Let's take a break now because I want to have him talk about this.
Yeah, and I just realized something else about remind me about the guy that they arrested. They arrested one of the, assailants.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break. Everybody's gonna pee.
My head hurts.
Yeah.
All right, be right back.
It's gonna get interesting. Yeah, so they have automatic weapons.
Yeah,
you can't get automatic weapons in France. There's a lot of money and a lot of smuggling involved in this. This was like dogs are cunts.
Get out! Get out! Jesus
Why are they
Christ.
in the basement?
Huh?
Why are they in the basement?
Because they fucking go upstairs and sit practically on Brooke while she's trying to do her homework and drives her fucking insane.
I mean, I was happy to not have to climb over the baby gate.
I gotta pump up the volume on that Joyner music. Seems a little low to me. I don't know. Anyway.
Anyway, Bex is gross.
Yeah.
Oh, you got two. Lucky you.
Yeah. Bex is gross.
Und
Oh, that's what this is all
Und
about.
Bex.
Und
Cleaning
Bex?
out Ryan's fridge.
They've just been sitting in there since probably, I think the Oktoberfest is from Derek when he popped by one time. The Bex is from Scott when he was here for a barbecue in the summer.
He would drink Bex.
The Heineken Light
German
is from him at the Halloween party, and the cherry wheat, where is that from? That might have been from another barbecue
pack or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
This one's not as skunky as the last one, at least.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the other one was bad. Some of those might have sat in the cooler overnight outside.
That'll do it. Yeah.
The green bottle certainly doesn't help.
Yeah, it's the UV.
So, breaking on CNN, according to French officials, gunmen are still at large in Paris attacks. 5 suspected attackers have been, quote-unquote, neutralized.
Yeah.
Boy.
So CNN saying about 150. Al Jazeera is quoting the French police directly at 111. They also said that in one attack, a gunman opened fire with a Kalashnikov at a Cambodian restaurant. Suicide bomber was near the Stade de France Stadium and killed 5 people. And security forces stormed the concert hall where hostages were held. 3 attackers were shot dead, and at least 70 people were killed. And that was at the... What's the name of that band?
Eagles of Death Metal.
Eagles of Death Metal.
Who are excellent. Check them out.
Yeah.
They're great.
Man,
I really wish we could play them right now.
Yeah, it's horrible to
Yeah,
hear.
absolutely
Going to a
get it.
concert and the last thing that's on your mind, you're getting into a terrorist attack. You want to hear good music and rage out, but fuck, it's horrible.
That's not even rage out.
Rage out.
That's not even. But that's not even rage out music. They're like dance rock.
Well, either way, people rage out to Mozart just because they enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Have you ever raged out to Mozart?
I've never raged out to anything ever.
People rage out to their own music regardless of what genre of music they listen to.
It's fucking rage.
Oh, you hear Nick Swartzen came out? Came out of the closet? He's
really?
Gay. Yeah.
I thought it was just an act. That's funny.
No.
Good for him.
He came out on Twitter. You know who Nick Swartzen is? You ever, Ryan? No?
What
have you ever
what's
seen
he in?
Nick Swartzen, Reno 911.
Oh, okay.
Who's the
short's the gay guy?
Yes,
Grandma's
yes,
boy.
yes,
Yeah, Grandma's boy.
You
That's the
were
one that
jacking off to my doll.
And he was in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Yeah.
He was,
Was
that.
he?
He was
Yeah,
in that,
he was
yeah.
Jennifer. What her name? Jennifer Beals. Jennifer Beals.
Jessica Biel.
Jessica
Jessica
Biels. Jessica Biels' like brother or something
Yeah.
like that. He was like super gay. He had like
He plays the role very well.
He had a pair of pink shorts, suspenders, and butterfly wings in the movie. It was fucking hilarious. He's great.
Yeah. Watch his stand up. It's spectacular.
His stand up, his stand up is amazing.
Who farted?
Seriously, who farted?
He was saying if he ever killed himself, he'd run into a room full of people and go, "Seriously, who the fuck farted?" and then shoot myself in the face.
That'd be horrible.
Just because they'd be like, "Did that guy really kill himself because somebody farted?" Yeah, well, good for Nick Swartzen.
Yeah. I gotta confirm that, but
You probably should. He would be the type of person to just come out on Twitter. Like, I could see him coming out on Twitter and then deleting the tweet and never saying anything about it ever again.
Oh no, I fucked up.
Okay, Nick Swartzen, I'm not gay at all. Not gay, but if Eric Decker wants to have a hot tub wrestling match on Cialis, I'm fucking down, brah. At Eric Decker 87. So he's not gay.
Oh, so it was a hoax.
So yeah. No, like I said, he probably just said, like, let's see what happens if I tell everybody I'm gay on Twitter.
That's great.
Good for him. Even better for him, I guess.
I love it.
Because he tricked Ryan.
He sure did. Fuck. That was all hearsay too, because God damn it. Well, he watches soccer.
He's probably watching that soccer game.
Anyway, sorry.
Anywho,
zoning out.
Sidetracked.
Yeah. Let's. We got sidetracked from the bloodbath.
Yeah.
Who's that? Anybody good?
Yes.
Oh, good. Amy?
Amy, are you listening? She can't answer. If you are, I did feed Bailey.
I thought she was going to bring something to the show for once.
She was going to call in. She actually could call in.
I'd rather not.
Really?
All right. Anyway, sorry. What were we getting at? What was I saying right before when we took the break and I was talking to you? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Why did we stop? Because
where's my headphone jack?
Sorry, I had a pee break.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Before they were saying, CNN was reporting way before that they caught one attacker.
Don't I have an aux cable somewhere?
What do you mean?
I might get a phone call in a minute. No,
Oh,
don't I have
the
an
cable?
aux cable?
I don't know. Fresh out of the box.
This is a bag.
Whatever. CNN reported earlier, and I don't, you know what? I'm not seeing it up here now. That, actually, they're saying there's been no official claim of responsibility, though ISIS has applauded the attacks on Twitter. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the future is stupid. Okay. So
that's your goddamn ringer?
Yes, this is my ringer. All right, hang on.
How fucking annoying is that?
Hey, hold on one sec.
I still got the freaking joiner playing. Or the outro.
Are you there? No. Hello. Hello.
What?
I have bad reception down here.
Oh yeah. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you want to tell Ryan your joke?
Okay, are you ready, Ryan?
Yep.
All right, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Smell mop.
What?
Smell mop.
Snow mop? Snow mop who?
No. Smell mop.
Oh, smell mop. Smell mop who?
Oh,
smell mop who? Smell mop who? That doesn't work. That's
no,
terrible.
it doesn't work because you fucked it up. Because you said smell
You just
mop
fucked up a
who?
joke. It was a funny joke.
I knew
You're
something
terrible.
was coming.
You're terrible.
All right,
Ryan.
fine. Spell mop who?
There.
No,
Now you've got
smell
it.
your own poo.
Good
All right,
God.
so you
Go
got my
poop in your
my
hand and
text then.
sniff
Yes,
it.
I did feed Bailey.
Yeah, he's being cute, so he's trying to say that he didn't get fed.
Dun
He's a
dun
dick.
dun.
All right. Well, let us get back to talking about ISIS. Did you hear about what's going on in Paris?
Yes,
Yes. So we're talking about that. So,
I figured.
all right. Yeah. All right. I should
Okay.
go. I should go.
I'm
All right.
sorry,
Bye.
I'm sorry. I zoned out. I have a bad habit of doing that.
I should have just started like a full-on conversation and waited until you finally stopped it.
Well, do you want to back off of this stuff real quick and talk about what happened at Maris today?
Yeah, we could do that.
Because I got updates on that too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had updates as well, and then I forgot about it. And I really don't know how to use this.
Maris College, like right around the corner from us, was a.
Thank you for not saying going local, folks. 'cause that drove me
Going
nuts.
local, folks. Shouldn't have said anything. It would have just passed on by. Da-da-da-da. Oh, man. What the hell is going on? Oh, okay. Here it goes. A threat locked down campus. According to the Poughkeepsie Journal, Poughkeepsie police are investigating an anonymous online threat made against Marist. All Friday classes were canceled until further notice, and all academic buildings on the campus were closed.
Campbell's.
And employees and students were told not to come onto campus until further notice. Frank, and further notice.
Further.
Brooke actually got a text, an email, and a fucking phone call.
Yeah.
Like back to back this morning.
She go to Marist?
they don't fuck around with those threats.
She Marist today?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice.
She's finishing her master's there.
Oh, wow.
I'm hoping that's
Good
not
for her.
too much information, but whatever.
No, it's
this was the tweet that went out at Nuskii NUSKII gang Newski gang.
Oh my God.
BRB going to shoot up Marist College.
Marist Collage.
Collage. Oh yeah. I
Spelled
noticed
college wrong.
If you work
What?
If you work at sign Marist, I strongly advise you don't attend school tomorrow. There's going to be a big surprise. You have been warned. And then he mentioned the New York FBI. Apparently, this guy is he's a kid. He's 16-year-old. Has been charged in connection with the Twitter threats. So they arrested the guy.
Of course they did. Because
Yeah.
He told them where he is.
Yeah.
It's
New
Yorkers notorious
your Twitter is
for
linked
bomb
to your
threats.
phone. Your Twitter is linked to your phone.
How many bomb threats did we go through when we were in high school?
Oh yeah, people used to drive down the road to the fucking payphone and call in a bomb threat.
Oh, all the time.
They used to call in. They used to call collect, and fucking call in a bomb threat to catch them.
Yeah,
all the time.
Because it's all automated. You call 1-800-collect, and it would go to the fucking catch them, and they would go, "There's a bomb in the gym." And then hang up instead of saying their name.
And then we're all outside standing in the bomb threat, waiting for the building to blow up. Like, let's hope this building blows up, and we're all outside.
Well, this kid, I'm thinking he's 16 years old. I'm looking at it like he's just a me motherfucker. He's just like some whiny,
Yeah, he just wanted to cause a fucking stink.
Yeah, and he just wanted some fucking attention, so boom.
That's how it usually is. It's just attention.
He's going to go to juvenile hall for a little while.
They were assisted by the FBI.
Who's that?
The town of Poughkeepsie Police Department was assisted by the New York State Police, Dutchess County Sheriff's Office, City of Poughkeepsie Police. Okay, so this fucking douchebag, this little fucking twat, probably cost us, the taxpayers of fucking Dutchess County, $150,000,
probably
something
I was
like
gonna
that.
Say 100 grand, 150 grand. Yeah,
because there was probably 2 helicopters flying around the fucking place.
And
a bunch of cops called in, had to drive around the campus,
overtime.
Yeah,
everything.
bomb squad, all kinds of shit.
Yep. Dogs, they had to bring in the doggies.
Yep.
It's extra biscuits they have to buy.
Yep.
It's all pennies. They all add up. It's just
pennies
some
equal
fucking
dollars. Dollars equal million.
But the thing, the worst part is like this kid. He's 16 years old, so he's probably gonna go to a juvenile detention facility till he's 18.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like he should have to probably do more than that.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, so you cost the taxpayers $100,000. We understand that you're 16, so you're not going to go to prison, but you're going to pay back 20% of that over the course of the rest of your life.
Yeah, I would. It just, again, another fucking local story that I'd like to follow up on, but there's just no press on.
Yeah.
Like it's like this weird thing around here. Like you get the story, and then there's no fucking follow up. That Halloween candy thing, I haven't found a goddamn thing about it. Not a fucking thing.
It's because the fucking Poughkeepsie Journal is pretty close to like a school newspaper. Apparently, you want to apply for a job there. They're always hiring because everyone's always quitting.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's like journalism majors that couldn't find a job in the city.
But like I'm saying, I'd like to follow up on this to see if this was just some fucking kid who just went off his fucking medication. Another somebody that went off their medication caused a bunch of shit.
It doesn't really feel like somebody that was actually going to do it.
No, he's just fucking around. Who says BRB?
Yeah,
going to shoot
and if
up
he was
Marist?
actually going to do
that.
it, he would have known that the school was going to get shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
He's just a little coddled little fucker who wants attention. I guarantee it.
Well, glad nothing happened, but...
Oh, yeah. Thoughts and prayers. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so, nothing going on. All the.
By the way, when she told Joe that joke, he laughed for like 2 full minutes.
Of course he laughed.
He was on the phone.
His nickname is Stupid.
He's smarter than you, right?
I caught the fucking joke, though. You can't be smarter than me if I caught the joke.
But the same thing happened on the phone, too. He couldn't hear her.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, wait, what? What? Because I had her on speakerphone because I wanted to hear his reaction, and then he couldn't hear it, and it didn't go as well as.
Yeah, I said show mop, right? Show mop. Who? Like show Mop Who. Show Mop Who. That's stupid. I hate that. It's too easy.
You got it
I
right
enjoyed
away.
it.
That's it. She gets a. What was her score? Hold on.
Your score for her was a 0.
So her average score was.
A 5.
Oh yeah, that's right. 10, 10, 5.
Actually, you can't average 0 with a 10.
I didn't give her 0. I gave her 1.
Oh, okay, then you can.
Well, actually, no. I agreed with you on that. Enthusiasm. I gave her 10. Content. Oh yeah, content. I'm gonna put your content down to a 7.
What? You knocked her down for that?
Yep, for that bad joke. She gets a 7.
All right.
Yeah, boy.
What about Ryan? Ryan's scores. He's here. He obviously didn't listen.
This is crazy now. Have you listened to any of the episodes?
I listened to a few, and I do apologize because I listened to nothing.
You listened to nothing?
Nothing.
I thought you said you listened to a few episodes.
I listened to a few episodes, but
He's saying in general.
What episodes?
He doesn't listen to podcasts in general.
I don't listen. I don't listen. Yeah, no.
This is the segment of the podcast I'm going to call the hot seat.
I do feel in a hot seat right now. Like, what have you listened to?
Yeah. No. Who was a guest on the show that you listened to?
Me.
No, you just
no. And
we know you listened to Jasmine's episode.
Who I didn't even listen to that.
Are you serious?
No.
You're going to be in so much trouble. Oh,
she's not listening either. She's never going to find out.
And it's nothing against you guys. I love you guys because we went to high school together. And
that's the only reason?
Is it? No, it's not the only reason. Because
just
you and I, we share bathrooms together. We have bath time together. We have shower time together. Massage time together. List goes on. You know, I mean,
stop trying to distract the point.
He holds a chicken up. He's just like
he's trying.
Oh
yeah. By the way, I told you about the hawk thing, right?
You saw the hawk.
Holy shit!
Big, right?
It was after that bird for probably 5 solid minutes.
Theater of the mind, folks.
Yeah.
Theater of the mind.
So we raised chickens, right? And Ryan put up like an enclosure and stuff. And I guess like Bailey tried to get in there, and there's like a couple of weak spots. We just gotta finish it. But yeah, one of the chickens got out during the day. I'm just wandering out in the yard, and I hear it like going crazy. I was like, oh fuck. Not again. I look out the window, and there's a fucking red-tailed hawk on it.
Whoa.
Like, flying around the yard, like, full on going after it.
He hit it already.
Yeah, it grabbed it a couple of times, but they run underneath the thorn bushes.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was, like, flying down and like sweeping past like a bunch of times. It was crazy to see, but I mean obviously I pulled out the 22. I was like, I can't fucking shoot a hawk. I can go to jail for that. You know, like, well, a red-tailed hawk I probably wouldn't go to jail.
No,
but I'd get all my guns taken away for hunting a bird that's not allowed to be hunted
in the city of Poughkeepsie. You're 50 feet away from your neighbor. You can't shoot anything.
Well, technically I can. If a hawk was attacking my dog, I could shoot it.
Oh.
Not a chicken, though. Chicken's livestock, dog's a pet. So,
yeah, we can't have livestock.
Even if you gave it a name?
Even if you gave it a name.
Even poor little Neil was about to be taken away by
Oh, don't bring that name up.
Neil.
Oh, wait, Neil was the one that died?
Neil's the one that died.
Oh, no, I thought Hulk was the one that died.
No, Neil died.
The most precious little thing, too.
Rorschach was the one that was being gone after by the hawk this past time.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I can't shoot it. I can't I can't justify shooting a bird to save another bird. I don't know.
That the only reason you have is for food.
Yeah, I was like, I can't, and we don't eat the chickens, we eat the eggs.
Which were awesome, by the way.
Good, right?
Yeah, they were great. Yeah, they're really good.
I think I'm desensitized to it. You know, but I did have an egg sandwich that I bought somewhere the other day, and it was just garbage.
It's the yolk. The yolk, instead of tasting like fucking chalk, it's like rich and flavorful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Did you try the little one?
It's rich and flavorful of worms in the
smaller
yard.
Egg. I gave you one smaller egg.
I didn't notice.
Other shit particles in the roost. And just imagine it pecking.
So the little ones I think is coming from the Araucana.
Sorry, no.
The little ones I think are coming from the Araucana. They're like all yolk. They're
it's
awesome.
Hulk. Hulk is the only one laying right now. It's the only one I've seen laying.
So okay.
That's it. The other two.
But if we
yet.
didn't we get like 7 in one day?
That's the thing. There were times where
they
I
gotta
walked
all
in,
be laying.
I picked up like 3
Yeah.
eggs. I'm like, okay, cool. In the morning, and I went back out there, and Jazz was like, look, I got five eggs. I'm like,
We really need to like
but
segregate them in the shed because we're gonna find like a rotten egg in the spring.
This one's for Tony.
They're fine.
No, I'm afraid that they're gonna lay in a weird place.
If we find something in a weird place, throw it away.
Yeah.
Whatever. We have enough eggs to last us. If
Mm-hmm.
there's one in a corner over, like Hulk is laying in the same spot the other three are laying.
I just worry about a rotten egg in there. That's all.
Just throw it away.
My
There's
stupid
plenty of eggs down there.
Facebook post today with my breakfast. Tony, Ryan, you know Tony Var.
Yeah.
He's on this crazy diet again because his weight he's got that fucking disorder or whatever. You know about that, right?
What?
He comes out of his asshole.
What?
Yeah, it's really strange, and he shits out of his dick. And because of that, he absorbs way too much fat.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, did
the
tubes get like mixed up or something?
No.
No, he's got some weird disorder. He can tell you about it. It's boring as hell, and I've only half listened to him when he's told me about it. But he gains weight. Like he's really got to watch his sugar intake. So right now he posted a picture of like tomato soup with just a ball of plain rice sitting in the center. He's like, tomato soup and a rice ball for dinner, and then like hashtag diet whatever the fuck. I don't know what he wrote. Anyway. I was just like, that just looks awful. So I piggybacked that, and I posted a picture of what I made this morning. I made leftover Chinese fried rice, or leftover Chinese white rice. I fried it, and then I took your eggs and fried them sunny side up, put them on top, broke the yolks, and mixed it all together. Oh, it was fucking amazing.
That would probably be fine for him to eat.
It was so good.
I mean, it's
I had
kind of
bacon. I had bacon on the side and sriracha.
Yeah.
And
I mean, because like. Yeah, that would probably be fine for him to eat without the bacon.
Well, what do you think it was fried in?
Bacon fat?
And butter.
And butter.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
I don't know. I don't really see a problem with butter. Like my issues, it's all sugar. This is sugar. It's carbs. It becomes sugar.
Yeah.
Real butter is fine.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with real butter.
I wouldn't say it's
it's still saturated fat, but like the thing
you can't eat it like cheese.
No, well the thing which I can do with Kerrygold. I could just a 1/4-inch slice of fucking Kerrygold butter on a piece of bread.
Butter.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Sourdough is my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my god.
The big thing is for me.
That's good butter.
Kerrygold. Like even though I'm overweight and it's a lot of calories, my cholesterol is perfect. So that's not really what I have to worry about. It's the calories. So, but I'm not going to have fake butter. I'm just not going to do it. I'd rather not have it at all. That and, the lie of turkey bacon. Turkey bacon has more saturated fat in it. That like one slice of turkey bacon has as much saturated fat as 5 slices of regular bacon.
Well, no, I'll tell you this. Good turkey bacon is terrible for you. The crappy turkey bacon. The crappy turkey bacon is pretty bad for you, but the best tasting turkey bacon is the worst for you because it's the dark meat.
It's
the
dark meat. Fat.
Dark meat on poultry is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
It's worse than everything.
Well,
that's
it's delicious,
but
it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good for your innards. It tastes the best. It tastes the best, but it's not good for your cholesterol and all that shit. Yeah, I don't know. But then there's also, I was talking about my health class, and she was saying how coconut oil is bad for you because it's all saturated fat.
It's not. It's a different type of saturated
I know, but
fat.
it's still saturated fat. So if you have high cholesterol and you're using coconut oil, you're really hurting yourself.
Oh.
That is, yeah.
It's very bad for you if you have high cholesterol or if you're at risk for high cholesterol.
But
so it is different. It does have more HDL than a lot of saturated fats, but it's very high in LDL, low density saturated fats. It's not good for you. It's fat. It's not good for you. It's delicious, and that's why it's delicious. But if you're gonna fucking fry your eggs in coconut oil, you're much better off doing that than butter.
Yeah,
because it's better. It is better for you than butter
if you're counting.
But
yeah,
not even if you're counting.
No.
I mean, like, if you're going through a jar of coconut oil a week, you got to worry about it.
That's a lot, yeah.
If you're going through a jar of coconut,
if
you're frying your eggs every day in coconut oil, maybe think about switching to something else.
We have a giant jug. That fucking thing lasts us for
every
months.
day, though. You know, if you fry every day. I don't fry
today, I used olive oil because I used butter yesterday. Olive oil is just as good. It's just I don't know. It's just not. It's different.
I don't.
Yeah.
If I got a olive oil,
moderation is key in anything.
Yeah. We're just like trading our cooking tips right now. This is what this is what's happening. This is what's happening.
You eat too many apples.
All right. Do you want to talk about guns?
I want to talk about something that
because I do want to plug that holster since we did talk about the in the waistband thing, but we can do that towards the end if you want.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. I want to talk about something that Ryan keeps bringing up that we always the last time he was here we forgot to bring it up, and I see it slipping away again. You in Afghanistan or Iraq or wherever, guarding poppy fields.
Oil pipelines.
Oil pipelines or poppy fields?
Or I guarded the oil pipeline.
Ah, okay.
And you can the oil pipeline leading from Kirkuk, Iraq to Haifa, Israel, the H2, H3, and H1 pumping stations. I was at those places. Like the thing with people with war, when they look at it, they look at all this crazy, everyone's shooting at each other and blowing up, everyone's dying. What you see on TV, it's crazy. No,
a lot of it's just standing around.
A lot of it's just standing around doing absolutely fucking nothing.
I remember you called me. He called me when I was at work.
I have more PTSD from boredom than I do from fucking combat.
I was at Advanced Auto Parts, just working a regular shift. It was in the middle of the day, and all of a sudden I get a phone call. It's his number. I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't know if you were on leave or if you're actually in the desert. I don't even know.
I don't remember. I called a lot of people from over there.
But I run in the back. I'm like, hey, man, what's up? I hadn't heard from you in a while because, once 9/11 happened, I was like, oh, fuck. Say goodbye to Ryan. You're not going to hear from him for a while. Not because you're going to get fucking killed, just because you're going to be overseas.
He obviously didn't, so don't.
Yeah, I know, but
it's a ghost.
I mean, even if like
I didn't want him thinking that I was.
We were all concerned about that,
but I didn't want. I don't want you thinking I was expecting you to go like as soon as you put your foot in this. It was gonna be like Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah, no,
like immediately as soon as you got there. No, but what I'm saying is like I got the call and I was like, hey man, what's going on? Blah 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 blah. And he's like, nothing. I'm in the desert. All right, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm kicking indoors. There's nobody here. Wait, stop. It just clicked in my fucking head. You were like, they're not here. They all went to Syria. I swear to God, those are the verbatim what you said to me on the phone.
Yeah,
wow,
it was kind of like the people like when they were really kicking indoors. It was kind of like there was a mandatory evacuation of Fallujah. Why are you still here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
that's fucking crazy. Like that. I just remembered that all of a sudden. That's so strange.
It's hard to what I'm trying to say.
Every time you move your headphones, your hair sticks farther up.
You look more and more
in the front.
Oh, yeah, I can feel it.
You look more and more like Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
The thing with the insurgency in Iraq was I don't know. I can't give a percentage, but the majority of people were not Iraqi. The majority of people were foreign militants from Syria, mainly. Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, all those places, everywhere. But during 2007, things changed. I guarded the oil pipeline in 2007, and when I got there and they were telling, we're going to be all, like, your mission is to kill or capture oil piracy, people stealing the oil.
Big business.
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
It's the business that is driving the ISIS empire right now.
They basically, they steal an oil tanker, or they even, like, anything. They'll steal, like, a water truck.
Yeah.
Or a truck full of milk.
No, fill it with oil.
Right? Mm-hmm. And they'll just dump out whatever's in it, fill it with oil, driving across the border into Syria.
They don't just dunk cookies into it or
No,
something like that?
No cookies and milk. No Christmas
They
carols.
don't pass it along for nutrients?
No nutrients. No.
So yeah, they'll take anything that will hold a liquid. And a lot of these people aren't really like terrorists. They're just trying to make a living.
Exactly.
And people say, "Hey, you get to keep half of it if you drive the truck across the border."
Absolutely.
You know, and then they get
And
fucking
you're
paid.
talking-
And the rate is something like $10 a barrel as
Dude,
opposed to the $40 a barrel
You're
that
talking
we're paying.
tens of thousands.
But $10 a
dollars.
barrel, $10 a barrel, it's like $20,000 for a tanker.
Absolutely, no problem.
Yeah.
Easily. When my last tour, we were doing Syrian operations in northern Syria, in Sinjar, where ISIL has taken over. And our mission was to stop the border smuggling. The only thing we'd stop were cigarette interdictions. And we stopped one group of guys on horses. They'd ride on a horseback, and donkeys with package upon package of cigarettes. This guy had like $16,000 on him, just from cigarettes alone.
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
swear to God, cigarettes. These donkeys were stacked with fucking it was so heavy. I don't understand how these donkeys were holding them in the first place. We couldn't even carry them ourselves.
Yeah, average donkey can carry its own body weight forever.
No fucking shit.
Yeah.
These things were
That's
so
why they
heavy.
used them.
So
Yeah.
heavy. Like cartons the size of this desk in thickness on each side. Like the donkey was in the middle, and this desk had cartons of cigarettes on
Oh
each
my
side.
God.
Yeah, no lie. That's how big these packages were. And caught one guy with $16,000 on him. You know, no problem.
And how much did you steal?
It's like Tommy and
For
Henry.
yourself. Or did you just take a bunch of cigarettes?
No.
Was it $16,000 American or?
I reported 10,000.
You don't have to say that.
I'm out of the military. I don't care.
Yeah. All right.
I reported 10,000.
So
You know
but
what?
was it American currency?
American currency. Yeah.
Smoking.
In order.
Oh, man.
I would have reported none of that shit.
in
I would have said, "You give me the money, you turn the fuck around.
Here's
you
what
get to keep
happened.
your cigarettes."
We pulled up. I saw these guys through my
Because I mean,
thermals.
it's cigarettes.
Exactly.
He could be fucking selling guns.
Well,
you know?
that's another thing too. We were told like our mission briefs and debriefs. You know, we're being told, okay, these guys are smuggling insurgents through Syria, guns, weapons, whatnot. And when we get there and we're stopping all these people, and they're only handling cigarettes.
They're all
So
they're all lining up.
Yeah,
It's
so
like Henry and Tommy
we're
from
stopping
Goodfellas.
cigarettes when we're trying to figure out what's going on. So
Give me 2 Luckies.
$16,000 for one stop is my 8-month deployment of paycheck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let them,
I would have done it.
Yeah,
Have a
who
couple
gives a fuck, you know?
cigarettes.
He got
I was
it-
trying to get you to mail me AK parts back. Back when I had my AK.
I would have.
He probably could have.
I know you would have tried if you could have, but yeah. I had a Chinese built Mac 90.
I found a bag of fully automatic internal parts it had the selector switch, it had all the springs and operating mechanisms.
The only thing I would have needed was the firing assembly.
Yeah, the selector switch.
Yeah, the firing assembly and the selector switch.
The Chinese one.
I got rid of it because I got cold.
The Mac 90 is a quality AK.
I got rid of it because I got cold feet in Kuwait
Yeah.
because they search everything, and I
Yeah.
had no lie, like I even remember,
dude. You would have, if you got caught with that, you would have been dishonorably discharged.
Absolutely.
If not charged as a civilian afterwards.
Absolutely.
But if they caught you here, it would have been a felony. Over there, you would have just been dishonorably
I wouldn't be
discharged.
here right now.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
They fucking lock you guys up
for everything.
Well, I mean,
no. I'm
yeah.
saying like they keep you in that cage of regimen and fear and like just intensity and everything like that. And you guys just are just like, it seems like over there, some of the stories you've told me, I'm like, what the fuck? Are you fucking crazy? Why'd you do that? Because you're going to explode from doing the same goddamn thing every day, it seems. I don't know.
There's a structure to it. There's an order of
But you
discipline.
inherit-
Instant willingness and obedience to orders is what drives the military. any rank from PFC to general. Because there's a video online right now.
It's not like the movies where everybody's all like, no.
Yeah.
No,
like
yeah.
You just immediately
There's a
do it.
But you inherently want to do something outside the lines, though.
There's
That's
a video
what I'm
of a
trying to
congressman
get at.
chewing out the Marine Corps general, his secretary, and other things, and he's like chewing his ass, and you can just to see a 4-star general sit there and like take it, like he's taking it from this congressman, and quiet, dead, like.
Can you imagine the shit that trickled down that hill?
Oh, well,
that was probably brutal. Somebody at the back end of that really got their ass
you know what?
handed to them.
No, that
You don't think
high
so? He owned it?
No, he got owned. But anything above, like, he's a 4-star general. If he's getting owned by a congressman or a state senator, he's not gonna trickle that down anywhere.
No, what I'm saying is he owned it. Like he just took it and was like,
you can pull up the video right now. He's sitting there like.
Who's the general? Do you know?
It's a 4-star Marine. Congressman talks to 4-star general congressman on ISIL.
Smacks down GOP Congress. Oh no, that's different.
Wait, 4-star generals? No. Congressman or state senator talks down on 4-star
You guys
general
have
with
5
ISIS.
seconds and we're moving on.
Just go.
No Googling show.
I'll see if I can find
it.
show,
but
yeah, you're right. So, what the fuck? See, now I lost my train of thought. You can't do that to me.
Sorry,
can't do
because
that to
it's
me.
a lot of information. with this type of
it's like I was saying
war,
before. We had to kind of like if we came in 2 weeks ago, there would have been a lot less to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I just everybody needs to be fucking worried about what's going on between us and Russia. All the other stuff is in between.
Yeah,
obviously they're terrorists are being recruited and it's a problem, but the subtext, the big players, the people with nukes, is us and Russia, and
we're in a
fucking Putin for whatever reason has decided that he wants to fucking kick the can a little bit and just rattle us.
Mm-hmm.
And he's picking the perfect fucking time to do it.
Yeah,
because it's a year away from an election and he rigs his election so that he'll be elected for as long as he wants to be elected, and he has continuity. We don't.
He wants to make us look weak.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And the way for us to not look weak is to publicly say we need to coordinate our efforts against ISIS, and then Russia says no, and then we need to accidentally shoot down one of their planes. That's what needs to happen.
That's what kind of technically just happened.
That's what we need to do. Airliner. We need to accidentally. The thing like that the article that I was talking not article, it was a news story on NPR. The BBC reporter that was embedded with rebels. Seriously, their tech is binoculars and a cell phone, and they call in U.S. airstrikes against ISIS and the Syrian regime.
Yeah,
who's this?
This is the rebels. The ones that we're backing. So they have a few good weapons. And they've got the armor piercing rounds and the stuff. But they are seriously. It's a guy that's leading. It was like a 21-year-old guy, and he had no military training whatsoever before this. Became a rebel. Did a very good job, worked his way up, and now he has like a fucking battalion of like 40 people.
No shit.
And 21 years old, and he's on a phone calling in airstrikes for people that are talking to him on a 2-way radio. So if his cell phone dies, they all die. And this guy is calling into an American operating base, which is sending airstrikes to take out the people that are attacking them.
I just thought of my stepbrother CJ, and how often his phone dies. So he'd be a bad rebel commander.
Probably, yeah.
Could you imagine?
So
Brooke's in the room. She knows what I'm fucking talking about.
It's all pretty low tech. But the thing is, we're relying on intelligence on the ground that we're not controlling.
Yeah.
So it would be very plausible for us to go, yeah, we know that's a fucking Russian tank. Let's just blow it up.
It's the Wild West.
Yeah, we blow it up, and then we say, hey, we blew it up, and then we did an after-action report and found out that it was a Russian tank, and we apologize. But maybe, had you concentrated your efforts against ISIS, or ISIL, or whatever the fuck we're calling it now, maybe that wouldn't have happened. And maybe had we coordinated our efforts against a common enemy, this wouldn't have happened. And you got to make him look like a fucking idiot. And you have to make his people pissed.
You started saying P. I thought you were going with penis small. You got to make his penis look small. I don't know why. It just popped in my head. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. I'm trying to be honest. This is a map.
What are you doing? Okay.
Of, ooh, boy. Okay.
Click it again. Click it in. It's on minus.
Relax. Calm down. This is a map that I saw about... These are all the factions that are fighting. Government, rebels, Kurds, al-Nusra.
Al-Nusra, yeah.
And the Islamic State, or ISIS.
Yeah.
And these are all their controlled territories. It's fucking crazy. And look at ISIS. ISIS is in black, and they're just peppered across the country.
And it's, again, because they're a terrorist organization, their biggest... advantage is the fact that they operate independently of central planning.
So you got the Kurds.
They all have a central idea of what they're doing, and they have support. They have networks. But if one cell is killed, it doesn't affect anything. It doesn't change anything.
They got a lot of support.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised whose support they have.
So here's the fucked up part about this diagram that no one can see. It's pretty even, aside from the fact that...
That's supposed to be al-Nusra. That's their territory.
Yeah?
Yeah, it says right here.
That's blue. Most of it is just gray.
Well,
2/3 of it is gray.
That's supposed to be al-Nusra. That's their territory.
Yeah?
Yeah, it says right here.
That's blue.
Yeah, no. The dark gray.
Blue and white.
Oh, wow. Oh,
yeah. So al-Nusra has a very, very small amount.
Wow, the fidelity
of the map.
The fidelity of the TV is beautiful.
the gray is just desert. The gray is places where no one really cares about.
See, I thought...
And you can, I mean, like, I'm not a fucking military analyst, but you see... Okay, so in this top right here, where it's government and Kurds, like, they're not really fighting right now, but the government controls that little spot. But that whole gray area, that's just no man's land, and that's why. So if you take out the government, as you said before, it creates a vacuum. But the thing is, if you look at this map, the rebels control almost as much as the government does.
Yeah.
The government has much more forces and all of that, but the rebels are getting there. So, I don't know. And yeah, the Islamic State, they're just peppered everywhere. And there are these little concentrations where they're pushing through. It reminds me of the Nazis spreading out from Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those bulges in between the three, that's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, you have like these fingers pushing into enemy territory.
This is not going to end anytime soon.
No, probably not.
It's crazy, man.
But there is no simple solution. You can't just nuke the whole fucking place because there's a lot of innocent people there.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
It's mostly innocent people.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, that's what Trump would say.
Oh, boy, would he.
Yeah. Yeah, Trump also said that we should boycott Starbucks because he's a Christian and this is a Christian country.
Never.
And he is going to break his lease with Starbucks in Trump Tower if they don't stop their war on Christmas because their cups are red.
This will never be a Christian nation.
It never has been.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
It was all fun and games.
This will never be a Jewish nation or an Islamic nation. This will never be a religious nation.
It was all fun and games a few months ago that Donald Trump was running.
Dumb hair.
And his dumb hair and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, his hair looks stupid. Ha, ha, ha. Look at his tan. His lips are white and his face is orange. No, but now...
Yeah, now he's fucking with the United States of America.
Yeah.
He's messing with policy now.
This is really what the fuck happens. It's not about gay rights. It's not about legalizing pot. It's not all about, dumb shit like that, a fucking Christmas cup from Starbucks. It's about this. This is what fucking happens. And who do you want to respond to that? Do you fucking honestly want someone who's willing to pay trillions of dollars to put a concrete wall up in front of Mexico so the illegals can't get in and steal all our jobs and rape our women? Do you want him? Do you want that same guy in charge of dealing with Putin,
and
so that we don't start World War III?
Another part of that is he is the embodiment of why planes flew into the fucking Twin Towers. He's the exact person that they're talking about.
Yeah.
He's a fucking fat cat, piece of shit American who doesn't care about anyone but himself and is sticking all the money in the world in his ears.
Yeah.
He's a fucking asshole. And he's the reason that all countries fucking hate us. He's the fucking reason. People like you and me, we're
one
not.
of the reasons. They didn't blow up the World Trade Centers because Trump is a douche. They didn't.
No, but
he's
the I didn't say he's the reason. I said he's the embodiment of why.
I'm sorry, you did say that.
The world does
he's
hate
exactly what Islamic extremists think of when they think of an American.
Yeah.
They think of a rich fuck in a suit that doesn't care about anyone.
The fortunate son.
Yeah.
He's the fortunate.
Yeah.
Hands down.
So
like when I see a veteran like I'm for Trump, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well,
like, you love the fortunate son. You're a veteran.
Yeah, we had talked about check. Did I just unplug myself somehow?
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, you're flopping around. You probably.
Well, I stepped on my cord.
We shouldn't step on it.
I know I shouldn't. Anyway, you remember how I was talking about how the Republican Party is very good at getting people to vote against their own interests.
Mm-hmm.
And veterans is a great example of that. Mm-hmm. Like I was saying to you about the loan thing, like you're entitled to grants. Mm-hmm. It's like if you feel like you don't deserve that or you don't need it, take it and then donate it to a cause that you care about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the government is giving you that because you're entitled to it. You fit into whatever the law says and you're entitled to it. So do something good with it. You know, don't do what the government has been telling you to do. And that's feel bad about taking something that you're offered.
True. No,
you know?
That's very true.
So whereas Donald Trump is he's the kind of guy who he will say to you, you need to do it on your own. You need to do this. You need to do that. He takes government handouts every fucking day.
Absolutely.
He takes government handouts every fucking year on April 15th. He makes trillions of dollars that was not his.
The welfare for the corporate states is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's 10 times as high as the welfare for the illegal.
It's good for him to say, I built myself up from nothing, which he didn't.
No.
He built himself up from millions of dollars of family money.
At first, he got like a $1 million grant that he had to pay back, but in the meantime, his father passed, and he got
he
inherited $40 million.
Came from a rich family.
Yeah.
The thing is, even if you can say, yes, I was born to a rich family, but I was given nothing. I had to build it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
How much debt did you have starting out? Right,
exactly.
Like right now. Like,
also, how much influence?
How much debt do you guys have in fucking college loans?
How much influence does your name?
Do you really think that Donald Trump ever had college loans?
Yeah, Brooke has.
So for him to say, I fucking pulled myself up by the bootstraps and I made something with myself. My dad did not give me money. Sure he did. He paid for your fucking education.
No. His dad gave him $1 million loan.
Yeah, but he paid for his education.
So that's the thing. It's okay. So he gave you $1 million loan. I can't get that. You want to know why? Because I have shit credit because I worked my way through a whole bunch of bullshit to get to where I am now. And in 10 years, when I have my business that's probably only going to be worth $100,000, I can say that I built that from nothing because I was given nothing except for government grants.
You want to hear something? I mean, I have great credit. My credit's really, really good. I got 20-something thousand. Brooke's gonna, when she's all said and done with school, she's got 70,000.
Yeah.
More than that? Well, when she's done. Right now it's 70. Oh Christ! That's it. Kiss this podcast goodbye because his house is gonna be gone by next year.
No, it's not true. It's okay because it's an investment.
Look at it.
It's all right that it's but the thing is, you can't say I was given nothing and built something when you started off with zero debt.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't go into a career as a fucking business. I don't even know what the fuck he did. He claims he got accepted to West Point, but he's full of shit.
Oh, you talking about Carson?
No, fucking Trump.
He said he got no. You're mixing up.
No,
Carson.
Trump said he was accepted to West Point.
No, that was
no.
Carson.
You're thinking of Ben Carson.
No, Trump said that too.
No, he
in
went,
response to the Carson thing. He said, I could have gone to West Point, and I chose not to.
Oh, could have. It's
Yeah.
different than I got accepted.
Oh.
Well, because Ben Carson was saying that he got accepted, then denied it, and it became. It's dumb. It's all fucking dumb. Both of them are fucking
Yeah, they're
both
all
of them
idiots.
are dumb idiots.
It's
well, another. So to go.
Oh, nothing was going on with my headphones. I unplugged my
to go
or nothing
along-
was going on with my mic. I unplugged my headphones.
to go along with
Yeah.
people of prestigeness and CNN, Anderson Cooper, guess who he is? Guess where his bloodline comes from?
Oh Jesus! Here we go.
What?
Strap in.
No, it's not a conspiracy.
What is he? A
It's true.
Rothschild or some shit?
Close. He's a Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I knew that.
Yeah, he's a.
Is he really?
Yeah. Go up,
Yeah.
go right up the road, 10 minutes from our house, and he's a Vanderbilt. Go to his house.
But well, the thing is with Anderson Cooper, I don't care as much about that because he's a newsreader. He's a personality. He's a celebrity.
True,
more
but it's
more
propaganda.
than anything. Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm. Just
But
like
the thing is, Anderson Cooper, I have never gone, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
I have
no.
every single time
He's
I've
not
seen
a bad
Anderson Cooper on the
reporter, but he's
television.
still
Every single time I've seen him on the television, I've gone, that guy's fucking hilarious.
My favorite thing is to watch him squirm at New
Yeah.
Year's when Kathy
Yeah,
Griffin's
when they're like making him do it.
you're trying to blow him and shit. It's fucking. It's like annoying. All those things are annoying.
It just proves the powerful elite, who's in control, Even Anderson Cooper said, like, I never received an inheritance. My mother always made me, but he went to Ivy League schools. He got accepted into whatever he did, and he got given a job
And the
at
thing is,
CNN.
I don't care that happens.
Mhm.
There are going to be rich people and there are going to be not as rich people. The margin is the problem in this country.
The
but
influence is the
that's the
problem, too.
larger. I know, but that's the larger problem.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily have a problem with Anderson Cooper because the thing is, if I like to think, I don't know, I like to think that if I had all that opportunity and I became president, it would be good.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If I had that opportunity and I became president of the United States of America, I think the United States would be at least a little bit more socially aware and we wouldn't be defunding Planned Parenthood. But what I'm saying is that you're given power. It happens with everyone. When my dad dies, I'm going to inherit a lot of money. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because his parents were pretty well off. They worked real hard. His grandparents worked real hard. And that money just starts to get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go back far enough and people were successful early on, it grows throughout the generations.
Yeah.
That's a fairly natural thing. That's okay. I don't necessarily have a problem with certain people getting lucky enough to be born into a rich family. What I have a problem with is people like Donald Trump pretending to be an everyman, and then you have people like Ryan and like myself who feel bad taking a handout from the government.
Yeah.
It's not a handout. It's not a handout. It's something that's necessary to improve our society. Because if you don't have these types of programs, then people, not middle-aged, we're quarter-aged people now? I don't fucking know. People in their 30s going back to college, we have the ability to do that and not be in fucking poverty.
Quarter age.
It used to be, if you went back to college in your 30s, and if we had kids, Jesus, I couldn't even imagine. It took 6 years to get your 4-year degree, and you had to work a 40-hour-a-week job and balance family and your life. You had to dedicate everything to just getting a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a pretty good, school, work, life balance. I don't have a lot of money, but if it wasn't for those loans, I couldn't go to school. If it wasn't for the grants that I got, I got $17,000 this year. That's what I'm going to get. Seems like a lot of money, right? What if you took a pay cut down to $17,000?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
It's just not. It's not a lot of money in the scheme of things. It's the government goes, okay, he's going back to college. That's good for America. Let's make that happen. The student loans are out of fucking control. So I am rewarded for going to a community college within New York State where I live. And I got $1,000 from New York State for going to school in New York State because they know that there's more of a chance that I'm going to stay here. I'm going to help the economy. I'm going to do all that stuff.
They're fucking bribing you is what's happening.
Not really.
No,
It's an investment. You have to think of it as an investment.
No, yeah, I understand.
And you know, for that fucking asshole to say that he pulled himself up by his bootstraps is fucking bullshit.
That's dumb.
Yeah, you got $1 million loan. You want to know what it'd take for me to get $1 million loan? I'd have to steal $1 million and I'd have to buy $1 million worth of stuff to put up against that loan because no one would give me $1 million loan ever. Even if could you get $1 million loan, do you think?
And he went bankrupt 4 times, so that means he lost that $1 million.
Yeah, no one ever mentions that.
Begged
Why?
for another God knows how much. Lost that. Begged, just imagine going to the bank, getting a $10,000 loan for a car, losing all that. And losing
we're also
everything,
talking about
back,
30 years ago.
And going back to the bank, hey, I need another $20,000 because I lost everything.
Yeah,
so give
we're
me
also,
more money.
Yeah, we're also talking about about 30 years ago. So that $1 million is more like $20 million.
But
and
that's a little high.
But I'm using
10.
I'm using
10. You say 10.
I'm using money on our level.
All right.
You know,
so 30.
We can't
so
go
we'll
in and
call
get
it.
$10,000.
We'll call it 10 million. So times are a little bit different.
Okay.
That and
for the sake of math.
Yeah, living expenses has gone. It's like my grandfather. Get a job with the state. No. But you get a great pension. Yeah, but I make $11 an hour for the rest of my fucking life.
What, for the state?
In a motor pool for the state? Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, I looked into it. Sure, you get great benefits.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, go get a job with the state. Oh, great. So I can work on a snow plow? No. That and he was like, when are you buying a house? Maybe never. What do you mean maybe never? I was like, well, if I get married and you buy me one, then maybe I'll have a house. But the thing, he was like, you should be making good money. I was like, yeah, I make about $40,000 a year. Can't buy a house off $40,000 a year if you got debt. No, fuck no.
No.
$40,000 a year 30 years ago was the equivalent of what, 100 now?
Yeah, 6 figures.
Like we're not even talking about inflation. We're talking about housing costs.
My head was hurting enough talking about fucking Syria, and now we're talking about math. I'm out. I'm totally out.
Problems with America. It's just like older generations just don't understand. And I think part of it is I voted for Barack Obama not just because he was a good candidate. I voted for him over Hillary mostly because he's younger. Their policies are pretty damn similar. I also thought he had a better chance of winning because he's black. but that's part of it because that goes into my voting strategy in a primary. Yeah, I'm not going to vote for somebody who I don't think can win.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote for, and it's not the lesser of two evils kind of thing. It's more like I'm not going to fucking throw my hat in a race that I don't think is going to win.
Right.
You know?
Did you hear that the GOP is considering throwing Mitt Romney into the mix?
They're trying to.
Yeah. I don't think he'll do it.
I don't think he'll do it either.
I think he wants no fucking part of it.
No.
Not
the
this
thing
shit
is,
show.
the thing is, if Mitt Romney,
here it is. This just came out 5 hours ago. Sorry, Mitt Romney fans. He's just not that into running for president.
If Mitt Romney came in now, it'd be a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
He shouldn't do it. He should wait until it gets real bad. And the thing is, if he waits, because the general election's over, did everyone vote?
Yes, I voted. You voted?
Yes. Did you vote against the library because it's stupid?
Yes.
Good. Yes, thank you, Brooke.
Brooke was like, vote no against the library.
Yeah.
I was like,
so,
okay.
so do we want to give a building full of books an extra, what was $1.5 million? Yeah.
It was fine where it was.
Hey, do you want to? No. She doesn't want to be on the show. Isaiah Blood and out.
You gotta leave like George Costanza. You just walk out of the room. I'm out. Gotta leave on that high note.
Yeah,
retire undefeated.
So it's every 2 years we vote against the goddamn library because they keep jacking up the budget. And the thing is, like, if you have a library and there's fucking I've said this before on the show, if you have a library and there's people working there and there's people going to it, keep it open.
And there's access to it.
Yeah.
There's no
There's no access to it. Yeah. Yeah. So it's. I hate to say it because I do love physical books and I think these things should be preserved, but we're at the point now where they should be preserved in a museum. we're just there. You know, the thing, why the fuck would I, if I don't have, seriously, like you said about access,
It belongs in a museum.
So
men.
She talked about access. The thing is, if you don't have internet access, that's why you went to the library.
Yeah, seriously.
For the last 15 fucking years.
I went to the library to get Game of Thrones.
You want to know why? You want to know
Dragons?
You want to know when I go to the
I
library?
didn't want to buy it.
Do you want to go? You want to know when I go to the library? When my class mandates that I go to the library, and I get a grade on going to the library. I have never gone to the library to research a fucking paper at my school.
Well, here's the thing. When the grid goes out and there's no books, religion will take over because that's the only book that's left over.
Well,
and then all of us that's like, we have all this knowledge, but we have nothing to back it up on.
I get that.
That's why we need
get
libraries.
that, but that stuff will still exist.
No, it won't.
Like I said, it should be in a museum somewhere. The library should exist. The library should be there, but not at $1.5 million per year.
No.
That's stupid.
Yeah. No.
That's stupid. Yeah.
You can't talk off mic.
Yeah.
We can't hear.
So
you're talking about the one on
Brooke
Main
agrees.
Street? The one by the water fountain?
So we voted against the fucking library funding because they keep trying to expand it every 2 years because they're trying to fund the fucking thing, and it's just you can't. It's a publicly funded organization. If no one's going there, it has no use.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to preserve it, it's very easy to preserve it. You put it in a fucking building that the government already owns, and you hire one person to make sure everything's fine.
And you got to make sure it's
that doesn't cost $1.2 million a year.
And you got to make sure it's a woman between 65 and 80 that looks like she's gonna die all the
You're
time.
not thinking of that like hot librarian?
No, fuck that. I want like some old bag.
What about the $200 million for the jail expansion?
Yeah, that's a problem too, and
That's
we don't
a
get to vote on
huge
that.
problem.
We didn't
Yeah,
get to
I
vote
know.
on that. Yeah,
They're only
What?
You haven't heard of this?
They're only
No.
building 35 beds for $200 million. That's going to cost us Dutchess County taxpayers.
The jail expansion didn't get a vote or referendum. They just did it. Yeah, they just did it.
It's been out for years.
Because they're so
because they don't actually
overpopulated?
have to have a vote or referendum in Dutchess County as well as almost across the United States. The voter referendum thing, it's fairly optional, and it's a way for politicians to vote against something without backlash. They know if they word it properly and say, do you want to vote for $1.2 million of the library funding for this year? $1.2 million for a library? I don't think so. But if someone if a political person, a person in politics goes, I vote against the library, now they're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But if you like the jail expansion, everybody would have voted against that, but they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
There's a lot of
anyway,
people
I
that
also
support-
wrote in Ryan Bosch for Attorney General.
That's
I
right.
know, I saw that.
I lost.
You did lose.
I want to thank
I
all of my.
I would love if you got some sort of a piece of paper saying that you've lost.
I want to thank all my constituents. It was a hard-fought battle. All my contributors.
So our attorney general.
I will be back.
Our attorney general in our district is Republican, and he's running unopposed.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to vote for him. I wanted to just at least have just a protest vote in there, so I wrote in your name. Also, I didn't vote for a single Democrat or a single Republican.
What?
I voted under all of their different parties.
Oh.
Which is something that I think everyone should try and do. Even if you have a candidate that you like that happens to be a Democrat or a Republican, if they're running under the Working Families Party, the Green Party, and
Not the Working Families Party.
Well,
Don't go for that one.
if they're running under working, she said, don't go for the Working Families Party. I probably did, but that it's more a protest against the two-party system, not supporting the Working Families Party. So, for instance, can't think of the name of or whoever the fuck our mayor is because I wasn't.
Rob Rollison.
Yeah, Ken Levinson.
Yeah, Ken Levinson
he got
made
on
the
there.
thing. He actually got a bunch of votes.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I'm not surprised. He worked his ass off.
Yeah.
He's a fucking crazy.
He
person,
almost
so
won the
I'm not
nomination.
surprised.
He lost the nomination by like 2 votes or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
got
probably
real
would have
close.
won.
Oh yeah.
He probably he might not have won against.
No, I don't think so. Rollison
But in
had
any
a big
case,
backing.
whoever Rollison was running against, I don't fucking remember.
Johnson.
Randy Johnson. Randy.
Looks like a big
Yeah.
Johnson.
So anyway,
Ryan,
but I voted for a lot of Green Party people. My votes were mostly Democrat. They tend to be. I did vote for Butch, even though he's running unopposed.
I always vote for
Butch
Butch.
Anderson.
Well, my dad knows him, so I just I vote for him. So it's good to have the sheriff in your pocket.
Yeah.
Not in your pocket, but
He was the only one.
you know.
I voted for you. So did
He was
everyone.
the only one on the list.
All right.
Yeah, Brooke
He ran on.
Brooke wrote me in for sheriff.
Yeah, and like I would have done that. It's just
I lost
for him. Even if he had a Democratic person running against him, I probably would have voted for him anyway, because he's mostly on his stance on gun policy. Like he wants to have training programs.
Yeah, I know you told me about that.
And
There definitely needs to be training programs.
Brooke-
All right.
Brooke-
Well, any case, before we start talking about guns, I have to pee.
Brooke wrote me in
Yeah.
for sheriff, and I
You do have a gun.
and I lost.
He's got a good gun for it.
I want to thank all my constituents.
Brooke. All right. I really have to pee.
We're at 2 hours and 4 minutes. What do you think?
All right.
Well,
Can you pause it for 1 second? I'll come back for the outro. Because I've been holding it for a while.
I gotta go too. Like go too as well.
I'm not doing that. We're sitting through the. We're gonna just do the
I'm
outro.
gonna pee my
right?
pants. I'm gonna leave right now.
All right, we'll be right back. 2 minutes. You
Only
go,
the YouTube people will know.
You go. You come back, and we
Yes.
and we fucking
Yes,
we're hit the
it's fine.
outro. Go.
You know how many fucking beers I've had?
Thank you.
There's
though.
almost no alcohol in them.
Thank you for. By the way,
This is fucking gross.
was it Sam Adams Cherry
Oh my
Week?
god, it's fucking gross. All right, pause the fucking
Warned you.
Yeah. Yeah, we decided. All right, pause it. I'm going to pee.
Yeah, working parties is all unions.
Tonight it's so busy.
All right, coming back. Hi.
Did you hear me groan as I got up at the end there? All right. Yeah. Well, Ryan needs to leave immediately, so he's going to say bye now.
It's
So
good talking to you guys.
we will plug
information.
we'll plug your veterans group on the way out.
Hudson Valley Veteran Alliance. We're a group in the Dutchess County area. We're trying to get veteran services, mainly counseling, transitional counseling, combat counseling, PTSD counseling, family counseling, anything counseling-wise for veterans. We're based out of DCC right now, Dutchess Community College. We're with all the colleges, the 4 colleges in Poughkeepsie. We're working on the other colleges in the area right now.
What's the fucking holdup? I'm just...
People are lazy.
Yeah.
Politicians are lazy.
Yeah.
They say like, hey, take photo op. Yeah. What are you doing afterwards? Nothing. Great.
Yeah.
That's what we're bridging that gap in between the photo ops, the political spectrum, the dog and pony shows, the thank you. So, okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. What's going on in between that? So we're bridging that gap. We're the ones on the ground, from the ground, in the theater, to the grounds, and back here in society, making sure guys are getting the treatment and the services that they need, So.
What's Brooke? Oh, Brooke. All right. Now you could probably grab them.
If you know any veterans in the area, you have this information. There's people on the airwaves. Send them way. They'll send them my way. We'll find you and
go to Facebook.com. I think it was what was it? Hold on, I have the. Hold on, let me get the link here real quick. I have it on. I have it bookmarked.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
HV Veterans Alliance. Hey, Facebook.com/HV Veterans Alliance. Check them out on Facebook, and if you send them a message, I'm sure
I'll get back to you as soon as possible
in some way, shape, or form. Adam
Insane Photography on Facebook.
Yeah.
All those things.
If you want, if you want the best photography, I would give.
I will photography.
Yes. Hands down.
He will photography the fuck out of your shit.
Yes.
That should be on a t-shirt.
And give you a reach around in the process.
No.
It's that.
In the photo.
No. The difference
in the photo realm.
The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. So maybe you might want to consider reach arounds.
Your art and your photography skills are incredible.
Thank you.
I will give
appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. You're at.
That's right.
Beyond.
You just won a lifetime ticket back on the show.
All
Feel
right,
that
well,
ego.
Ryan needs to leave.
I am planning on cutting my hair. I wouldn't mind cutting my hair off. Yeah. ryandeadradio@gmail.com for all your hairstyle suggestions.
Mullet.
Let's make a game out of it.
High and tight.
Mullet.
Send me some suggestions.
How about we could.
Mullet.
I'm not doing a mullet.
We could do a half mullet, half horseshoe.
What the fuck? What do you?
Yeah, so it'd be like the monk horseshoe.
It's gonna be a big U. It's gonna be
so
mostly
shaved on top and then a mullet,
but a big U in the middle. You're gonna go moto.
Well, I'll be taking your request, but I probably won't do anything about about it. I'm thinking mohawk
forever. It's fun.
I'm thinking
if I wasn't gonna donate my hair, I would have done that for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that fucking mohawk? Fucking 10-inch mohawk.
It would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
I could do it.
Sick.
Brooke and I were looking at men's haircuts, like trendy haircuts. It's basically the sides shaved down almost bare, and then a tuft of hair just sitting on the top of your head. It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. It's annoying.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right,
Adios,
kids. See you
puppies.
next week. Still working on the She Who Shall Not Be Named challenge. It might work out.
Okay, good.
So hopefully next week.
So everyone's looking forward to that.
Stay tuned. Download Facebook.com Dead Radio Podcast. YouTube. Subscribe and like us on YouTube. It helps us out. Gives us money. We're gonna get monetized for this show. Thumbs up. Good job, everyone. Good effort.
I had a wonderful
Good
time.
effort. All right. Yeah, all $2 are going to pay out.
All right.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Just raking in the bucks.
Godspeed.